Alrighty. I believe 3 of you are together already. Traveling here. Archimedes was the odd one out, as well was Miss B.
I don't know where I am. Just put me wherever. I was there the whole time.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Well, my name's Jay, and I'm going to be Mrs. B, and thank you all for having me.
Oh, yeah.
Nice
So,
to meet you.
we have 2 new players with us. There's Marley and Jay, elf chess in the game. They are actually DMs for my other games that I offered. And Commander said he was going to take a few weeks off. I was kind of predicting it a little bit. But it'll be fun when he says he'll probably come back after a few weeks. Get a new character going. But let's see.
I am Nate. I used to play a skeleton. Now I'm playing a plant.
Curious.
I am Joey. I used to play a what was he? A half elf, and then I went to a lizard, and then I went to a plant, and then I went to a cow, and then I went back to the lizard. I have bad luck with characters.
Yes, 2 of the characters have died.
Cool. Well, I'm Marley. I'm gonna be playing Jenna, the bizarre race bard.
Yep.
I'm gonna charisma everything to death.
I've been thinking about how to incorporate the race a little bit. I've got a few ideas. When we get around to it, we'll see it come into play.
Awesome, because I am definitely going to expose myself in ways I really shouldn't at all times.
The flasher.
Delightful.
That's a crime.
You know what? Technically, yes. Technically, it would be considered flashing. On the very technical level.
I'm gonna play Mrs. B, and I'm a he, so I'm an old guy, but I'm gonna be playing Mrs. B, who's gonna be an old lady.
Alright, let's throw this down in the continuum. Alright, I got everybody kind of set up how in line in the character tab to how you all are in Discord. Just helps my sanity. But we are basically resuming this campaign. We had a TPK, and we're getting things back on track. I believe Iris, the plant man, Dawn, it is a man, right?
Yeah, Don Saguaro. He's a little bit androgynous, but it is a man.
Alrighty.
Italian.
Italian, yeah.
Italian.
He's cacti.
Then we've got our glowing, multicolored bard.
A succulent.
Yep.
Yep.
I believe you 3 were traveling together on the what was the airship with a double G, which
I don't think I've even been introduced yet.
yeah, not yet. We're about to get around to that.
Okay.
Archimedes, we'll just say he's already arrived, and we will kind of touch on that when we get there. And Miss B, you have just come to the summoning circle. When you express
Airship always makes my stomach queasy.
Yeah. When you express interest in helping out the guild, you were directed to go find a man named Ba.
Abal? How do you spell it?
B-A.
Oh, Ba, right. Exactly. Yes, that was the one. Mr. B.
Yeah. You were, they paid for your trip through the summoning circle, since the summoning circle is between towns. It's a high-level spell. They can only do it so many times a day. So you had to wait a few days before you could teleport over. Your payment was already paid for you by the guild. And when you arrived, you went to the inn that he's supposed to be staying at, under the bridge, and you redirected that. He left a note saying by looking for him, you were to go to the second floor Actually, is it second? I can't remember how I've got it set up. Okay, let me look at the. My stuff's all mixed up. World Chasm layout. All right, you're supposed to go to the first layer, which is actually one layer down in this big world chasm on the south side, which is 600 feet from the surface. And I'll give this description to everybody. There's a ruined bar past some of the warehouse, past some of the workshops. Is a caved-in building, and that is where he is at. And that's where you've been directed to go. As for Dawn, Iris, and Jenna, you arrive on an airship. This is actually a bit of a... Yep. So you arrive on the airship. Where's the ring race? On the first floor south side too, which is interesting. I didn't expect those two to be on the same side. I will go on your character sheet and make your roles public.
I think my role's public.
Has that yellow border around it? It's only to the GM.
Oh no, I forgot to. I did that to test, and I had to toggle the GM on.
Okay, yeah.
So
basically, if you want to throw a secret roll, you can. So, Miss B, as you're making your way through the city, and Jenna, and Iris, and Dawn, this is actually a new scene for all of you. This city is the capital of the Earthen Kingdoms. It is basically built into a giant chasm into the walls of the side of the walls. It goes further down than you can see. Which I can give you.
So it goes into darkness.
Yep. It keeps going down, and the chasm itself is very wide. It is broken up into different sections, which as you explore, you'll kind of figure out where is where, but this is something you come across when you look at a sign when you're trying to figure out where is where. But, the town is very... One of the things you notice is that in the air, the air is very thick. It's got smog in it. It's a little hard to breathe for a while until you get used to it. Yeah, it is a very mechanical and industrious city. On one half of the city and various places you run across, there are multitudes of slaves. And they all wear the same collar. Some of them work on their own and are allowed to kind of roam about, and the others are just they're more closely guarded because they have a pension to run. There's a few sections of the city dedicated just where slaves can work and live. But there are many clockwork and construct creatures, mechanical beings of something you probably have never seen before unless you've been up this way. You think you might have come in contact with a few of them before. I can probably give you a little bit more, but these are basically walking metal machines. They serve as a lot of the guards around the area.
I think Jenna leans over the edge at them and she starts waving.
Yep.
Are they like
As if, like,
Warforged?
Less intelligent Warforged.
That one looks familiar. She likes squint. Oh, shit.
That's gonna
I
get
have
tricky to remember to do that.
No idea what you just said.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
alright.
That's just too hard to understand what you're trying to say.
I will. Yeah, I'll turn off the voice thing for now. I just literally got it like a couple hours ago. Yeah, she'll look over the edge and she'll squint at one of like, I think I know that one. She squints some more. She waves. Does it wave back?
No.
She will thunderclap to get its attention.
Alright, so you thunderclap. A lot of people on the streets and stuff look up at the airship as it kind of waves back, wobbles back and forth.
Careful there, I think you might be causing a scene.
You two are not together. Not yet. Miss B,
Yeah,
you are on your own.
Yeah, I just thunderclap and I kind of like do that like, hey, it's me. And I get no response.
They do look up your way as if trying to sense a disturbance, but nothing happens. They go back to what they were doing. So the ship wobbles back and forth. You get yelled at by Double G. Don't have to bring us down.
As I hear a loud noise yelling at me, I lower his volume. I just make him a little bit quieter, and I kind of ignore him.
Alrighty. Then you will pull in. You will pull into port. Not port, into one of the garages. Double G will just fly into this little narrow space where there's another smaller airship. She'll instruct everybody to depart. It is safe to leave.
Alright, I guess I walk off.
Yep, so this will be Dawn, Iris, and Jenna. It's around this time that you... Well, Iris, as you're getting off the ship and kind of situating yourself back on land, you've traveled for a bit. You notice that there's a giant, a very small flying firebird. It was flying around, it noticed you, and it's kind of at the end of the garage. And sitting there staring at you. Of course, Iris and Jenna, you both know this as well. It's a little...
I definitely don't notice this. Wait, is it like a huge thing or just a small bird?
It's a very small little bird.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't notice. I'm too obsessed with casting dancing lights to like give myself the right lighting.
Alrighty.
I imagine Don Saguaro is walking off the ship, and he has not shut up this whole time. He's stuck right next to Iris, and he's just been going on and on about just the most trivial shit for the entire flight. And
I'm relatively sure, looking at Iris, you're not sure if he's about to throw himself off the ship or not.
And, you know, that's really why magic is just far superior to a lot of the technology that you see. Oh, hey, look, a bird! Wow!
It looks very superior and regal to you.
Incredible! I've never seen such colors! Have you?
Why don't go and play with? I will stay here. You go have fun. Bye.
Don definitely does. He'll go over, but instead of like greeting it, he just kind of immediately rushes up to it and inspects it. He like pulls out a magnifying glass from his tinker's tools and kind of examines it, picks up one wing and just like lifts it to examine the feathers.
It is a bit taken aback that your sudden rush, but when it realizes that you're admiring its beauty and its form, even though it's not what you're doing, it kind of strikes a pose.
Yes, this is fantastic. Don Saguaro pulls out a notebook and begins taking notes.
It will look to Jenna, to Iris, and then back to Dawn. And then you'll hear a voice in your head, just simply stating, "Follow me."
Yeah, Jenna says. Oh, sorry. Go for it.
No, go ahead.
All right. Jenna says, "Oh, sorry, I don't follow fans," and she'll just lower the volume for the entire area. Not muting anything, just lowering it.
It only reaches out 30 feet, doesn't it?
20 feet. I only have 20 feet.
All right.
But all the sound within 20 feet of me is just like, kind of like very quiet, very almost whisper, but not quite.
This is telepathic, so it is in your head that you hear this.
Oh no, totally. I got that.
Yeah.
But she just thinks, oh, someone's talking to me.
You'll just hear the follow me, then the bird will let out a small flash of light to kind of get your all's attention, and then it will fly off out of the garage. Double G is off to the side, sort of finishing up the docking procedures of her airship.
Jenna just wanders off in whatever direction has the best lighting, which I guess is the way of the flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not even really looking where she's going. She's just kind of like looking at these glowing rainbow orbs that she's arranging around herself as she walks.
Alrighty. As Double G fixes the airship to make sure it doesn't go off anywhere, she'll just say, all of you seem pretty strong. There's he's an asshole, but there's a man named Ba somewhere in the town. You should probably go meet him. I can't remember. Yeah. And Iris, you do know the name of Ba. I believe he was actually the guy who brought you in.
Oh yeah, he would definitely know Ba.
Yeah.
Although he's not disagreeing that he is a little bit of an asshole.
Well, Ba gave her a rough time, so he's not her favorite person. So do you all choose to follow the Firebird?
Yeah, I don't not intentionally following it, but I am following it.
I think it wants us to follow Ascended One.
Yes. Bird. What is name?
It is flown off quite a distance. I cannot hear you. But it is kind of waiting for you all to come along.
Yeah, I mean, I'm following it. If it stops, I'm just kind of sitting under it, like trying to get the right lighting with it. It's like a fifth light.
The more you look at it and try to examine it, Iris, you feel a bit of a kinship with it. You know it's not an elemental, but of your own kind of new type. Since you are a celestial, you can pretty much tell that it is also a celestial.
Iris still looks like he's having like one of the worst days he's ever had in his life. Having been non-stop talked to for the past God knows however many hours. Yeah, he's not so sure about this whole coming back to save the world thing anymore.
Alrighty.
Don's having a great time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, so what does Iris wish to do at this point? 'Cause I think Dawn's sticking with you. You're not getting away from him.
He'll follow the bird and find Ba, I suppose.
Alrighty. So you leave out, you pass through the ring race, which is You hear a large commotion coming from a suspended, large concrete structure off the edge. When you try to turn to the side to look at it, the bird will squawk louder and keep leading you down a little suspicious alley almost. Until you come across the front of a ruined building. It doesn't look so much ruined, just more of it's been not well kept. You'll hear voices inside, and at the same time, coming down the same alley behind you, is this older lady, geared out in, I believe, plate armor, and this is where Miss B will come in. Miss B, this alley,
hello.
from where you got these directions, you see these three strange individuals, as well as a flying bird who has flown into the building you're going to through a hole in the roof. If you would like to introduce yourselves, this is basically where the party's coming together.
We're in the tavern, right?
We're in the alley.
Yeah, you're in the alley in front of it.
Is it like new plate armor? Like, is it shiny and all that?
There's a character sheet. You can look at the picture.
All right. I think I. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So that's pretty. Yeah. So I think there'd be like a little bit of a shine, and she's like, "Oh, that's perfect." And then she'll kind of like spin on her heel and kind of like, "Look, could you just stand right there?" And then she'll like arrange these dancing lights in the air above you, and then it looks like there's like 5 different spotlights aimed at her as she like kind of just stands and poses in an alley where no one's watching.
Oh,
That's
delightful, delightful. I do love an entrance. Thank you so much.
She looks at you.
It's absolutely smashing, just like they do it in the theater. But remember, we're here on business, aren't we? Shall we go in?
Oh, do we have a show? And she just looks at you like, "Oh, okay."
There's always a show when I'm here. All right, so I'll go into the. I'll head in.
Yeah, I'll follow her.
Hey,
not
look,
really
this
knowing why I'm here.
establishment anyway.
A bit of a spectacle in front of both Iris and Dawn, as they sort of compliment each other and showing each other their well, yeah.
Well, it isn't much. It's an old suit that I borrowed from the theater, but it should serve us.
Yeah, I mean it makes the light, and she's just playing. She's literally just like bouncing off these different dancing lights, so the light just bounces off your armor and aims at her. Like as you move, she's like actively just like using you as a prop.
Right. Well, we're going inside, right?
Yeah, no, she's walking with you. Like she's assumed that, oh, you're her manager, and she's just following you now. There's a
Don't
show,
worry,
I guess.
She's used to the spotlight shining down on her.
Iris heads in the bar and goes,
Yeah.
and as soon as he goes in there, he's going straight for the barkeep to get something stiff.
Oh,
He needs it.
This map is not correct. I just don't have a map for it. This is just a good little gathering hall.
Delightful.
Yeah.
The place looks grand. I'd
Well,
like to
there's a
make a
barkeep.
charisma check on my entrance. Can I do that?
This map is just a place where I've got your tokens, and this isn't actually the map we're on.
Is there a stage on the map we're on?
Oh, this'll do. I've played in much worse.
As you all walk in, you see the Firebird on the roof above you. It looks proud that it is able to convince you all expertly to follow it, with no real... Yes. It is a ruined bar, or a ruined building, what was once a bar. The chairs and everything have kind of broken, and a lot of rot and mold and dust is everywhere. In this bar, there are 2 figures, kind of... Actually, no, there's a few, actually.
I had a quick question. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I was wondering, is someone messaging you in GM, or is someone talking? I just don't hear them.
I don't think so.
All right, I'm just gonna disconnect and reconnect because I might not be hearing some people.
I'm here.
All right.
I don't believe Mo was talking, so. I
Oh,
was
I mean,
trying
no,
to
not
set the
that
scene.
second. Not, but it sounded like you were answering someone's question. I just didn't hear anybody talk for a while, so I was like, "What?"
Dawn, Iris, Miss B, you wanna? Can everybody hear each other?
All right. Well, I'm gonna look to the tavern keeper and walk up and say, "Hello. I'm looking for someone."
There. We'll just. There is no tavern keeper. That was just something to put your tokens on.
And where? So where now we are?
We're in an
We're-
abandoned bar.
There's no one in the bar.
No, except a bird in the
Oh.
roof.
Yeah,
All right.
well, I'm still kind of giving the setting here. I just missed the dynamic loadings.
Yeah, are we supposed to see something?
Sorry.
Oh,
It redid all the maps and things. I have to be careful when I do this now.
New Tokyo.
is
This
this where we
is-
are?
This is a good representation of the world chasm. You know, not as futuristic and as this is, but it's a good kind of picture for it.
Mhm.
There is a big hole in the ground, isn't there?
This is kind of what you saw when you came into the town. But the bar itself that you walk into, the ruined building, I said it's just broken building furniture. There's holes in the walls. It's a very run-down building. Inside of it, you see only 3 figures. There's the Firebird in the roof, kind of strutting around, looking proud. There is a tall Silverborn wearing plate mail, silver plate. He's got a sword and some adventuring gear. He's very tall, and he also looks sort of old as well, for what you would think a Dragonborn would look old. And there is a small little harpy. Good description is just a small creature. You think of like a harpy, not a monstrous harpy, but it's my one kind of race.
Mhm.
Get a good. And there's a few other people you can hear in the back. But these
Would
are the 2
Iris-
figures in the room that you see when you walk in.
Would Iris recognize the harpy? Is it?
It's Zilk.
All right. Ah, Zilk.
So
it's
have
good
we
to
all
see
been-
you after many years.
She will scream Iris at the top of her lungs and dive bomb you. She will take off as fast as she can and give you a dive bombing hug. Oh
Hang
my
on,
god,
we got-
Iris! You're alive! Wait, how?
Oh
how
yeah,
are you...
we were able to catch it.
Yeah, so she is just hanging off your neck like a necklace. She's not letting go. How are you still alive? You died. I named all my
Yes.
kids after you.
Back to life. Eos has brought me back. Apparently, big issues in town causing need save by strong lizard folk.
There is a lot going on. You came back, and so did Jaeger, and everybody else did.
Yes, Jaeger rebuilt.
She doesn't let go of you. Ball will kind of stand up as well. He doesn't really believe his eyes at first, especially with your new kind of glowing appearance. Not technically glowing, but you're definitely radiant.
I got that covered.
And he'll approach all of you. Iris looks the rest of you as well. What? Sorry. Who are all of you? What's going on?
I believe we were all here at the request of the Adventurers Guild, or perhaps the League of Adventurers, or something like that.
Jenna looks up, like looking around for the first time. This is kind of small for a show.
Oh,
For
this
last
is
time, it is not for performance we are here for.
She looks at you like, like she doesn't comprehend.
Believe, dear, they're telling us this is a charity event.
Yes, it's charity event.
Keep
Exactly.
smiling, it's all good PR.
I'm glad you finally figure out.
She just stares blankly, like a little confused, but like not fighting anything. All right, so where's the stage? And she just starts walking off to find a stage.
Is Ba here?
yes. Paul is the one who's talking to you. Yep. He'll kind of chime in. Yes, this is. We were told to come here from a letter. Apparently, this was left in the will of Zilk's. What was he again? She just kind of looks. She has climbed up you, Iris, and is now just on your back. Her feathers are kind of you got like a feathery mantle around you, where she's just kind of hanging on to you. This was. God, I forgot his name myself. Yeah. This was apparently Ronkov's mercenary building? He left it to me when he died. And she's actually holding the amulet that you all found in the dungeon, but only Archimedes would recognize it. He's not here at the moment. For now, we're just kind of here, I guess. Right.
Well, it's nice to meet you all. I'm going to hold out my hand and try and shake hands with Joey, Nate, and Marley.
Did I put my character name in the wrong place?
Is it Jenna, Dorian, and Iris?
I think it's Jenna, Dorian, and Iris. Yeah, I think you went the other way.
That's what I meant. I knew it was the other way around. That's it.
Yeah, Jenna's walked off. Either she's like on a stage or she's climbing on a table.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
then the other
me.
two, perhaps. Iris,
So
Dawn, my
Don
name
will
is-
step forward and take the handshake. He's, if you guys didn't see the art further up, he's like a plant creature with kind of a skin that's reminiscent of a cactus or maybe like the flower atop a cactus.
Mm-hmm.
He's got an enormous hat on, but he's currently wearing armor that is clearly magically enhanced and is reminiscent of a cactus. He's decorated it quite artfully. And he'll grab your hand, and even though he's only 4 feet tall, he kind of reaches up to grab your hand and grips pretty tough, and he says, "Nice to meet you. I'm Don. You look completely inept and also rather old, but I'm sure you're going to be a great benefit to this group."
Oh, I always did hate a flimsy handshake.
Jenna, or actually, you don't know if it's coming from Jenna, but there will just be the loud noise of like, I guess it's like a laser pulse. Because I'm gonna use my aura to produce that, and I'm trying to test the acoustics.
And you, Iris, it's nice to meet you.
Yes, quite. Iris
are-
is going to go find somewhere that's kind of in the middle of the room, but seeing that the chairs are probably not the cleanest in the world or the nicest in the world, he's just going to flip his staff over and it's going to grow into a small tree. He's going to sit on that.
Flavorful.
Well, it would be nice to know why we're all brought here.
For a charity show? She kind of like interjects.
Correct. Charity of saving planet from evil monstrosities or something of that nature.
Evil monstrosities. Oh, and the fire genasi. That's what the Grand Shaman asked me to help with.
Oh, is that like the? Are those like the undeads? They're kind of gross, but I don't know. The Fire Genasi are okay. They're like my biggest fans.
Yes, there's big performance. They want you to perform for them in Volcano.
Okay. She kind of looks and smiles like, okay, cool.
Ball just
I've
kind
never
of rolls.
performed in a volcano.
Ball just kind of rolls his eyes at the conversation, kind of veering off a little bit. To say, well, we had another group that most of them have died. The world is in dire need, and if you are here, if the guild sent you, then you must be able to handle yourselves pretty well. With the
We fought together for many days. You would know better.
yes, I see you have quite a bit of new demeanor to yourself as well.
More or less.
Then, all hope is not lost. For now, perhaps I should clue you in on the purpose of why we are here, if the guild has not done so already. 3 catastrophes are striking this continent, one of which is the Fire Genasi, which are running unopposed and destroying most of the continent, trying to conquer it. The other is an air summit, the Amalgamate Elementium, I forget how to explain it. It's magic. Basically, it's going to explode and maybe take at least half the continent with it. So we cannot let that happen.
Do.
And the other one is these Titan-class monsters that are making their way across the drifts. Now, the Earthing Kingdoms are holding them off pretty well so far, but something needs to be done before the next one makes landfall. They've already destroyed the homes of the last one that landed, destroyed the homes of the Harpies and their Arcocra. And Zilk, who has still not let go of Iris, kind of nods a bit.
Why don't you just tell them to go back?
They are monsters. They don't listen to reason.
Like undead monsters? She makes like a kind of just like ew face.
Monsters that are so big and tall that they rather just walk on top of you.
Maybe they just don't see. I don't see many things. She looks down at maybe an ant walking a table. I saw that one. I could tell him not to walk which way, and she starts pointing in directions, unsure which direction the giants are coming from.
Right. He's kind of ignoring you at this point.
she's looking dead serious.
Oh,
Just
are
like,
you
"No."
coming to that now?
The plan currently is that we're here to request. The guild had requested a drill be made at some point, a fireproof one, able to drill through lava, so we can get into the Fire Genasi's temple and take their Elementium. Now, their Elementium is what drives them to fight, drives them to war. If we can take that, it should end the Fire Genasi's attack. And we can take the shards from it, if we destroy it, to restore the one in Air Summit, the Amalgamate Elementium, and keep it from exploding. So, killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Well, that's all very interesting, but I think we'll need a plan. Or is that your plan?
We might need a bird. And she looks up at the bird above. Maybe not that one. That one's shiny.
2 birds.
We need 2.
2 birds, 1 stone.
The
need 2
firebird
birds.
kind of squawks angrily at you, then flies off.
All right, then. Well, what's our first step?
The last group, before most of them disappeared, they managed to secure a visit with a Mechanolord. The Mechanolords are basically the leaders of the society. Kings without the king. It'll be hard seeing them, but the last group managed to get a letter of recommendation to allow a group of adventurers to speak to one. His name is Lord Stedger.
Oh, I know that guy. He's a big fan.
Maybe that will help you talk to him. Lord Stedger's estate is down on the 3rd floor, though during the day he works his factories on the in his own private factories. It'll be hard to find out where he's going to be, but you should be able to go to his estate and ask where he's at and show the letter of recommendation. Once you do, he should know where the drill is, or even if it's completed, or what the current state of it is. That drill is how we're going to solve 2 of the crises.
All right, so we're to find Lord Stedger in his private factory, in his estate. And he'll know where the drill is. Can you tell us any more about him?
I've tried talking to him many times, but unfortunately the guild is not welcome here. He's the only Mechanolord that would even be willing to talk to us, and the last time I tried, he turned me away. But with that letter you have in your hands, written by Double G, you should at least be able to talk to him. Ask where the drill is at.
Well, let's get started then. Well begun is half done.
Alrighty.
Bah, is Bird your familiar, or do you know of Bird? It was acting rather strange.
I don't know. I assume it was some sort of a messenger from the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah, where'd the bird go? And Jen will you'll just start hearing the bird noises, kind of coming from like thin air around you, like mimicking. What's a mimic roll? That just be performance?
Yeah, you can.
Yep.
All right, yeah, she's gonna mimic bird noises to try to call it back.
Your imitations pale in comparison to Friend.
I think it's a pretty decent performance check.
Friend was much better at imitations.
I'm an original.
She was also Bird. Bah, where is Mel?
Zik will chime up, kind of in your ears, a little bit loud at first before she realizes she's screaming in your ear. Oh, Mel! We were able to get her from the dungeon, the Abyss dungeon. She's around here somewhere. Wait, where did she go? Anyway, she's the bird, the little bird, reincarnated her. She's a high elf now. She has her own
What?
beautiful voice now.
She is no longer Bird?
No. I don't know how I'm gonna break it to my kid that she's no longer a bird, but I'm sure they'll still like her. Ball will
Yes,
chime.
save us.
Ball will chime in. Yes, Archimedes, Jaeger, and Mel have all come back. I've sent them both on a separate errand. They're actually looking into the Abyss dungeon at the moment. We all figured that it was a pocket, each floor was its own pocket dimension, and did not have any aspirations beyond it, which we now know is a lie. They're exploring some of the other floors, the emptied out floors, and seeing how the dungeon actually works. Hopefully we can recover our fallen comrades. They'll be tied up for the next bit. Ball will hand you the letter. We'll hand out the letter to one of you all. This is the letter to meet Lord Stedger. Show this to whoever you need to.
Okay, but who are you?
I am Ba. I am a I'm a silver ranked member of the Explorers Guild. I'm here to coordinate the efforts of, well, adventurers like yourself.
I'm an adventurer? She goes like, looks at herself like,
He kind of looks you up and down.
I know you know me, of course.
As long as I don't have to play a grandmother, that's fine.
Aren't you a grandmother? Jenna's been
Not
standing
that
on a table looking down at everybody's
Hey,
entire time,
any
by the way.
role required of me.
Ooh, play a grandfather.
A grandfather? Well, that's not a problem. I could play anyone's own grandfather.
She claps, very amused.
Very different than the performance you're used to, Iris, because you do know an old man. But Ball will speak up once again.
Why are you pretending to be someone you are not?
We were just chatting, dear. Try not to read too much into it.
You are very strange people.
You're telling me. Still, we're going to be adventurers together, I have a feeling. We might as well learn to work together.
Jenna hops off the table and kind of lands. I think you notice as she lands, two glowing lights kind of like appear from behind her back and start flying in the air around her.
Sorry,
And one of
I didn't mean
them's
to bring
white.
you all over
Oh,
there.
yeah. One of them's white and one of them's gray, and they just start spinning around them and getting into your personal space.
Is it like the Rick and Morty multi-dimensional cable? Stay out of my personal space. And 4.
No, they
stay,
just.
stay clear of my personal space.
I mean, that depends on how you react. There's these two very tiny balls of light that are getting unnaturally close to you as she's kind of like walking up.
Just out of character, what's the purpose of doing that?
What do you mean?
Well, I was just wondering what the purpose of doing that was out of character.
Oh, just RP. I'm just introducing some of the weird stuff about her.
But I mean, what's the long-term goal with that? Getting in other people's space, is that like something that reflects your character, or that you aim to work with, or where are you going with that?
Yeah, it's just that she has no.
She has no boundary issues,
Exactly. She has no perception of anybody but herself.
personal boundary
Do you
issues.
think that that'll be like fun for a group to roleplay with?
I mean, if this isn't, something you guys are into, I mean, feel free to let me know.
Well, I'm just wondering if that's the intention, to make to make it more difficult, or just out of character.
It's not to make things more difficult.
But to create levity.
Yeah, I mean, she's not like there to be like, I gotta save the world. No, she's meant to be like the kind of like fun, doesn't really know what's
Tension
happening,
breaker.
but yeah, she breaks the tension.
Okay. Is it working? Is it creating or breaking tension, do you think?
I mean, what's with the third degree?
Oh no, I'm just wondering where you're going with this.
I don't know. I mean, that's up to you guys if it's breaking
Well,
tension.
no, I'm wondering what you think. Have you created more tension in the first moment, or have you broken the tension?
I think I've broken it a little bit. I've at least
Wonderful.
tried to.
Delightful.
Iris is
Delightful.
most certainly broken. Very much broken.
Alrighty.
Like a plate glass window. The tension has been broken.
Seeing you all kind of clamor about a bit. Well, yes, I'm sure you all will get along well. The last group were incredibly powerful, and they fell. They were defeated. You will need to work together. As you all may well know, the fate of this continent and your lives may very well depend on it. That being said, meeting Stedger is not... Nothing is on a timetable, nothing's on a time limit. You can take your time and get yourselves more powerful if you wish. Explore the city or do what you will. I do have a few contacts that are trying to get me to do tasks for them, but I must remain vigilant for my friend, the Blind Prophet. Right now, there is a criminal lord that incidentally ends up being a member of our guild that we found out. She needs help in her smuggler's passage. We gave her the passage, but there are a lot of strong monsters there. Her herself owns a very large... She's a weapons dealer and an arms trader. She can handle most threats, so things she has problem with are larger enemies. So expect a fight if you were to help her, but she will reward you handsomely with both magical items and money. The last group was where they perished was in the Abyss dungeon, run by the Abyss Betu. Small little demon apes, but they seem genuine in wanting to reach the bottom of it for whatever reason.
They still exist in this world. They have not been banished.
The Betu have returned, though we don't really know where they're at. They've been keeping to themselves. This group of Betu seems to have split off from the main group, and they've been here this entire time. They call themselves the Abyss Betu, and that is in the Abyss dungeon they seek to reach.
Where are they at? I shall destroy.
Wish to fight them, that'll be on you, but they do offer a service, and they are welcome as citizens here in the Earthen Kingdoms.
They nearly killed Eos. They must all die.
This is a separate faction from the ones you fought back in the Gabat Forest, but if you wish to do so, we'll not stop you. There's also the rebels. They're trying to end slavery here, but they are renegades and rebels. If you wish to consort with them, that'll be on you. A large Arkakra is in a tavern up on the first floor. If you wish to help out the rebels and end slavery, then you should talk to her. A few different things you can do. Whatever you want to do from this point forward is on you. I suggest you do it together. As things get more and more dire, things are getting more dangerous around here as well. So basically it's giving you 3 side quests and the main quest. So you can... It's basically either just a boss fight for magical items. You can run a dungeon, which won't be the same dungeon if y'all go down into it. Like, I'm not gonna make y'all run the exact same dungeon again, Dawn and Iris. That's why that's why the description of it is that the floor has been cleared out. They don't know what's going on.
I'm pretty sure I could beat it this time. I just finished putting my character together.
We got this. We got this.
It'll be a different floor of the dungeon, but yeah. And you're not sure what the tasks are for the rebels, but probably going to be just a lot of like all the small encounters and things like that.
Sorry, what was the rebels one again? The I know it's like small encounters, but what was the end goal for that?
For that one, you're helping the let's see if I can pull them up here. They are just a rebel group trying to end slavery. Since slavery is such a big thing here, Harpies are the main victims of it, though just about everyone can be a slave if you're sold. There are a lot of rules and limitations to it, but there's a group actively trying to end it, but they are criminals, so...
I don't know. Jenna would be all for ending slavery.
Sounds like we'll have to get our hands dirty, but it may be worth it.
Iris just asks where the Betu are at.
They run a bar, actually, on the other side, called the Devil's Nest.
Iris begins to head directly there.
Well, that was easily decided then. I'll follow.
Yeah, Jenna just starts. Oh, are we going? And she just starts walking that way, looking around.
Seems we have a leader.
Jenna doesn't know what's going on.
I don't know if you guys know this, but this is the Lord Iris, ascendant hero of the forest.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know
do
him.
tell.
He's not that impressive.
Ah, you don't know the legend. At this point, during the walk, Don Saguaro will launch into a tale of how Iris and a group of adventurers essentially saved the city of Eos from the machinations of the Grand Shaman, and also he was working with this demon race of demon monkeys called the Betu, who were attacking the forest, and they nearly wiped out the lizard folk, as well as Vitalia, but Iris and his group saved them, and through, worship of him, essentially, he was brought back to life.
A heroic tale indeed. I'm waiting for the opera, though.
Jenna stopped paying attention halfway through.
Yeah, Don doesn't care that you're not paying attention.
Oh no, you keep talking, but she doesn't hear anything you're saying.
Kind of tuned out after a while.
I think she put a little bit of a sound barrier around herself.
Alright. As you walk by the ring race once again. I don't know what your reaction is to it, but Zilk has not let go of you, Iris. She is still on your back. She only weighs 40 pounds, but you don't really dose her too much. Or are you just going to keep letting her...
At this point, he's more concerned about figuring out what's going on with these monkeys because he does not trust them in the slightest.
Basically, they're in that entire conversation, and she's going to stay on you as you continue to walk. She's got one of her favorite people back. When you look at her, she kind of looks away playfully and instantly, like she's not doing anything. But when you look back away, she goes back to what she's doing. You notice she's just been picking at your scales, like there's a bit of ambient light coming out from underneath them, and she's been picking at them like curiously. But
it makes him feel itchy.
Yeah, she'll just say, I knew these Betu back when I was a slave. I think almost 8 years ago. I worked near them. They seem fine enough. I just guard your coin pouches and... Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys need your devices for... I will get to that later.
Oh, you were a slave? And Jenna will go to pat her on the head.
Oh, yes. Just about every harpy is. She kind of
Do you want to go kill your master? And she'll just, like, look all happy, like...
I was passed around a bit, but... I mean, my time wasn't that bad. Things are a lot better now than they used to be.
Okay. And she kind of looks a little disappointed.
She seems to fully accept slavery and as just a normal part of life for harpies.
Yeah. Jenna still wants to end slavery by killing all the masters. That'll work.
Yeah, sure.
It may take some time to change minds.
No, I can do it pretty quick. And Jenna
Danny
will
was-
find some random person on the street. And say, "Hey, can I have some money?" And she'll reach out a hand.
Mm, just go. What? No.
So is Don walking towards the bar?
Wait, I can't persuade him to give me money?
Is Don walking towards the bar?
I think everybody's walking towards the
Yeah.
other side of the chasm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all following you.
All right. Who's leading?
Iris is. He has.
Iris. Which direction are we going?
Iris is making a beeline to these monkeys.
Okay, so we're going pretty quick clip there then.
Yep.
Yeah, we're right on the way then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you try to shake down some people, you'll probably lag behind them and lose them.
I mean, she's not paying. She'd literally just like stop and just reach out a hand and, I don't know, ask someone for some money.
They'll just pull out their pockets. I don't have money to give.
That's disappointing.
Before
She'll
you
just keep
get
walking
to
on.
Have a extended conversation with them. They'll just move on.
Yeah, no, I just walk away.
Alrighty. So you cut across the chasm, a large stone bridge connecting the two sides. Off to the other side, what is the other side? So you left basically the section where there's workshops, do-it-yourself kind of build your own machine kind of machine places. They make a lot of let's see. They basically make you a lot of like small gadgets and things, just privately owned shops. When you cross the other side, you see more big warehouses, a lot of great big forges and big craftsman area almost. A lot of big shops that industrialized shops kind of. They make from everything to everything, and this is more big time work. I mean, large scale work rather than privately owned shops. And you cut through a few of the alleys and things like that. You come across a shady, seedy looking bar. It's got in neon lights up above it, the Devil's Nest. You see a lot of people walk in and out. Not all of them actually look that friendly. And a few of them actually look very drugged out. If you ever met a person who's been in character, just kind of high as a kite. That's how these people look.
Ooh.
Dawn and Iris would definitely know what this looks like.
Like a bunch of drunk people at a bar.
Oh, that's the start of it, yeah.
Yeah, Jenna gets excited seeing the neon lights, and it's like, is that where we're performing?
I hope so.
It looks like
And
the
she cracks her knuckles, and you see her skin start to melt off of her, and her entire body is now a glowing image of what her hair looks like.
Yes.
And then she just smiles and like walks on, heading to go in.
Alrighty. A lot of people look to you. A lot of these seedy people.
Yeah, she smiles and waves.
Always make a great entrance.
A few of them see your divine presence, your energy of being a pure light. And they were friendly with you before, but a few of them look like they're about to draw their weapons on you.
I'm gonna see if I actually notice that. I don't think I will. Oh, maybe I do. I kind of want to glare at them, and then I want to use a cantrip to like intimidate them, if possible. Just like make a very intimidating illusion with my soul zone.
You don't believe in subtlety, do you?
What's that?
Exactly.
And then I turn back and my eyes start glowing, and can I try to intimidate these people into not?
Yeah, why don't you give me intimidation, and since you described it so well with the use of a cantrip, I'll give you advantage.
Cool.
You intimidated them. The
Yeah.
ones that were kind of iffy just went back into the bar. But, you are a being of, let's see here. The other ones kind of back down, putting away their weapons. A few more people kind of enter and leave the tavern and see your grand display. And, let's see.
Yeah, there's just like a giant pair of glowing eyes, like mimicking her glowing eyes, like hovering behind her in the air.
You see a few people flee. Some of the more weak-willed ones, probably just there for a good time, will flee and screaming "monster, monster!" And the other ones will run back into the tavern.
Awesome.
They'll,
She'll smile and turn to the group and be like, "All right, we're clear."
And to the rest of
We're
the group,
not
you
clear.
see
What are you talking about? There's a monster afoot. Don immediately, like, his
He'll look
visor
around.
snaps down over his head, and he looks around like, "Where's the monster?" He's ready to fight.
Jenna will do the same then, like, huh? And then you'll see like the illusion turn into like these very I don't know, just like light tendrils of like thorns and stuff and flowers that looks like they're wrapping around her as she looks ready to fight.
Alright, so in front of the rest of you all, you see this being of, was once Jenna, this being of divine energy, just a bright light of where she once was, and it's talking back to you like it's normal.
Is this not normal?
No.
Would
Just another
Don
day in the
specifically
theater.
think that highly magical creatures are an anomaly?
Kind of a circus everywhere, so it's not really anything out of usual here. I mean, it's a total like circus everywhere you look, so it's not like anything that you wouldn't expect. Every character is like a total nut job.
Yeah. Iris,
So it's kind of like yawn.
yeah, so Iris, you also, you kind of feel a little similar to them, because you know that I think you have your own flaw that would do something like that if you were to reveal your true nature. She has revealed her true nature, and just like you, she will be attacked by evil creatures on sight if you were to reveal your true nature, which I'm saying this out of character, so... walking into this seedy place,
Did not know that.
you will probably be attacked on sight.
Oops. Maybe we should make a hasty retreat.
Is the monster coming?
Justice never retreats. And how can we see if the monster's coming if you keep glowing like that? Tune down your magical emissions. What kind of horrible armor are you using? Who designed this trash?
Perhaps we should get to the task at hand as quick as possible.
Oh, she kind of looks at her like the leather armor that's like disintegrated into her form. It kind of goes under my skin, and then my skin goes away. Then she's kind of like looking at her arm. If I had 4 hours, I can get dark again, but aren't we performing? She like points at the bar.
So Don looks a little bit taken aback at this point, and he says,
We are here. We
your
might as well.
skin?
Yeah,
Your
and-
skin is
and-
glowing?
No, the skin just like literally disintegrated off of her and it revealed her entire form matches the picture.
I understand, but this is
Okay.
what Don is asking.
Oh yeah, I mean it's kind of. She's like looking at her arm again, like, oh, here's a little bit, and she like flicks like a little thing of skin that just turns into dust.
So Iris, you're the one leading the charge into this bar. This person has revealed their true nature, and how do you still wish to proceed into the bar?
There's fucking Betsu here.
I will take that as a yes. Iris ignores everything you all have been doing up to this point. This, even though
Awesome.
Jenna has revealed her true nature. He is going to walk into the bar with Zilk still attached to it. Zilk,
I didn't know it would be that bad.
So and nothing's happened except following Iris into the bar, as far as I understand. Other than
Jenna has revealed her true nature, and
but I think Jenna is quite a ways behind us, actually.
No, I
Jenna stopped
with the
talking in
group.
the bar. So are we making a? And we were chasing the other person into the bar, so we would be into the bar and through to where we were getting first, and entering at separate times.
what?
you're both at the entrance. Basically, when you pulled this stunt, everybody else was entering it. If you were still following Iris, Dawn, what will you be doing? Are we sticking close to Iris?
Yeah, so like he'll be having this interaction and he's like, what the hell? I thought this woman was just wearing armor, but something really crazy is going on. But before he can investigate, he sees Iris start marching in and he's like, oh no, I have to follow the Ascendant one. So he follows.
So we walk to the front of the bar. Jenna reveals her true nature and frightens a few people at the very beginning of it as everybody continues to keep walking towards the end. And as they flee and frighten and run, Iris and Dawn and Miss B walk in. Jenna, do you still stay outside of the bar?
I mean, I thought I was with the group when I was doing all that, so
You
yeah,
were.
I was going in. Yeah, I don't notice anything wrong. She said I don't know the whole evil characters will attack me on sight in character, right?
Yes. Basically, you are a piece of light.
Okay,
You
so
are-
any evil character, great, good to know.
Yes.
I'm
I'm pretty sure I mentioned that last time that you'll have.
You did mention that, like, some people could want you. You didn't say every single evil character.
Yeah,
That's
it
a,
works.
that's a different range.
That says the same functions that Asimir, the celestial warp thing. Once you reveal your true nature of a being of light, evil creatures will attack you on sight.
Okay, I didn't know that, but it's too late to backpedal now. She would just walk in. She would follow the group in, not really thinking that whoever was threatening her is intimidated already.
Yeah. So as you walk in, Iris, you all see the same scene. The smoke in this room is so thick, is so intoxicating, that I would like everybody to make a Constitution roll upon entering this room.
Do
Check.
I have advantage due to my poison/disease resistant?
Nah, just a regular Constitution check or save.
Okay, that was-
Hell yeah.
Either way.
Iris is just going to hold his breath for the next hour.
I think I thrive in the smoke.
Still roll one. Just kind of for flavor. That's all it is for flavor, honestly. All of you walk in this and get blasted with this thick fog of smoke. It burns your eyes a little bit as you were choosing to breathe. It coughs you up, makes you cough a little bit. All of you seem to be taking it in stride and quickly become acclimated to it. Though it is rather unpleasant to be in the room because of all of the smoke. The scene in front of you is a large tavern, and there is a second floor where you see a large... Actually, I think he's a huge creature. I'm not sure. But he's a very huge creature. He is, I can actually show you the picture of it, honestly. I have him somewhere? Probably not. But, a very large ape. It is a baboon, if you're looking at it normally.
Jenna turns to Miss B. Oh, look, it's a big monkey.
Well, I've played for smaller crowds.
All in front of you. Oh, there he is. I'll just post it in the Discord as art.
Never play down to the intelligence of your characters.
A large demon ape. He is wreathed in green fire, and he is smoking from a large-sized hookah, which you are a medium-sized creature, so this thing is twice your height. He is a huge-sized creature. This overflow of smoke seems to be coming solely from him as he draws. In the tavern
Is that-
below you, it is a lot of patrons, same shady, seedy figures you've seen before.
Is that the one you're looking for?
These are the Abyss Bet2. Then there are a lot of these smaller Bet2, the small size ones, basically small versions of it without the fire. They seem to be the waiters and bartenders of this bar as they serve food and things like to the patrons. They seem to be not only serving food but some sort of substances as well, which I'll leave it to you if you think they're legal or not. But in the middle of each table there's also a hookah, which is with 4 little pipes that come off of it for people to smoke off of. And this seems to be more of a drug den than anything else. But this is the home of the Abyss Bet2.
All right, Iris. Who are we looking for exactly?
You there, big monkey.
You see him on the second floor, but he does not seem to hear you over the clamor and clatter of the floor below.
I can help you get his
Oh, I
attention.
didn't realize we weren't up there. Okay.
But
Jenna will look at
as you walk
Do you
in,
have a plan, Iris? Are we all going in on this, or should we just follow your lead?
there do seem to be an enormous amount of Betu here. They seem like they could easily overrun you.
Can we put a cloak over the celestial so we don't encounter any unnecessarily difficulties?
Yeah, so is there any way you like to hide your form, Jenna?
I mean, out of character, I would love to hide my form right now, but that's not the character. She would never think, oh, I should hide myself. Unless she doesn't, unless she's attacked, I don't think she's picking up. So if someone wants to just toss something over her, she's not going to fight it, but.
Alrighty. Because as you enter, you see this same scene in front of you, as Iris shouts a challenging call to a Betu that doesn't seem to hear him. Your light just basically shines in this dark den. Everybody kind of looks your way.
I wave.
Yeah.
Can't
A
see
few
this playing out too well.
Yeah, a few people will stand up and draw their weapons. And,
I stop waving.
yeah. And a lot of the Betu look your way too. They don't seem to be inherently hostile to you, which is a indication on their alignment, but they all do look at you, and
Then we'll look around. I'm just here to perform.
I as I understand it, Iris is beelining towards a specific character, right?
yeah. Do you, with most of these patrons standing up and drawing their weapons, and the Betu all have your attention. The big one even looks over the balcony over at you. And he'll stomp down his foot as hard as he can. Kind of thunders and resounds throughout the bar. Any who cause trouble in my establishment shall face me personally. He does this with each breath, and each word he says bells out of thick fog of smoke, which sort of chokes the people directly underneath him when he's looking over. And he'll look at you, Jenna, and he'll say, "Cover yourself."
She'll look around. Is there anything she can just grab to just cover herself?
Not really. It seems that most of the stuff that can be picked up have been picked up by the Betu.
I'll lend her my cloak.
Yeah. She'll wrap herself in her cloak, and then she'll make fake clothes on top of it out of her soul zone, but they just don't look real.
Alrighty. So you managed to keep from being basically stared at 24/7, but the things that were
that's a
here,
disappointment.
yeah, the things that were here know you're here, and we'll come to that later. Alrighty. So do you all make your way through the bar? The passage
Iris
to the
head
second.
straight for the pink monkey.
Yeah. So the second floor is open. You can just walk up the stairs. As you walk through, many people look at you. Hear a few whispers of how much will this slave go for and things like that. Looking at your very odd group assortment of people. And as you make it up to the second floor, you see the big Betu, the big boss Maki, which is his name. And he is standing on the other... Well, he is sitting down on a bunch of pillows that are strewn across the floor. His sitting height is to the ceiling of this floor, is to the ceiling of the second floor. And he is sitting there drawing from a giant hookah. He looks to you and kind of motions for you to come over. What can I do for all of you?
You. What is affiliation with Boss Monkey?
Maki is a title. I am Big Boss Maki of the Abyss, Betu.
What
the
about
last
one from Gabat Forest?
Haha.
How are you involved with them?
We were the initial scouts over 10 years ago, but we found this Abyss dungeon. The walls are made of magic stone and separated us from Maktui's control, the demon lord himself. We have made a living for ourselves so far. But we hold no affiliation to our brothers.
You had no influence on that of invasion of Eos.
We were once part of the same, but that was over 10 years ago. Ain't that right? The Scarlet Devil. You see Zilk on your shoulder kind of put a finger up to her lips. Shh. We don't talk about that.
How much does Iris believe him?
Roll an insight. Oh, you did. Well, he's
Yeah, plus 10 and I roll a 3. Nice.
Alright, so you're not sure, but you're pretty sure he's telling the truth, though you can't be really 100% certain.
I shall consult with Eos about this. We may be back later.
Fine. But you look like a strong group of adventurers. Have you come to explore the dungeon?
We have come to do Eos's build. If you were against, you would be enemy. But as you claim you are not, we shall see.
Fair enough. Kind of looks over you all.
All right. How about drinks then?
Wish to partake in our God, I can't say words in that. Wish to partake in our establishment's fine goods. You are more than welcome. He'll kind of point to the side of the second floor. You're welcome to a table up here with me.
What looks good?
Iris is just going to go from monkey to monkey to monkey and to make sure all of them say the same thing.
They'll give you right about the same answer. Leave me alone. Be gone, lizard man. A few of them will tell you that they're just here for the dungeon. That they follow Big Boss Maki's lead. Most of them tell you to shove off. There is plenty of them climbing along the walls, the ceiling. They have a climb speed so they can basically maneuver however they wish. A few of them swing on the chandeliers back and forth, shouting in their own tongue to each other. As you sit down to the table, one will come to you. They'll ask if you wish to partake in any particular goods.
Do we want to just get to the thing, or do you guys want to have drinks? Maybe we better not. Unless you want to make allies here.
Jenna is like looking at a tray of whatever random stuff is, and if there's anything that can be eaten, she will eat some food.
It's just food. They'll bring you food. It is not particularly that great. They are not great cooks. You get the
She
feeling
will
that
push away the food and look for drugs.
yeah, they will serve you drugs. They'll ask you for a gold, and they will serve you something that you wish.
I give a gold, and I say something sparkly.
Alrighty. We'll play that out later. It's a slow acting one. Anything else you all would like to do here before, I guess, moving on?
Well, do we need to? Do you guys think we need to make allies here, or should we just get the business done?
Well, out of character, the Betu really are only concerned with exploring the town. So if we want to kind of delve and do a dungeon dive, then this is the place we should go to.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, there's nothing really else to do.
Yeah, this is just a place to do a side quest where you can basically just go do a dungeon.
So we should skip that and get on to the business of saving the world, right?
Well, what does the group actually want to do? Like out of character.
Yeah, so out of character, we do have the main quest, which progresses the main story. It'll also progress events in town. There are things that actually happen in this town, like as time goes on, and basically doing the main quest will move you to the next part. There are a few different side quests you can do: a dungeon dive, a boss run, or a horde encounter, basically. Each of them have their own great rewards, like thousands of gold worth of rewards.
So personally, I would like to have Mel and Crime back before we meet the Mechano Lord and do the main quest stuff. But
That's fine by me.
you know, I mean, if you guys want to do it now, I totally understand.
Well, Mel, I don't think she's gonna be able to play with us this month. I think she said her schedule is pretty much busy up until next month. And Crime is, I'm not sure if he's gonna continue playing with us or not. He is taking a bit of a break, but I'm not sure if he will or not.
All right. Well, you know, at least Archimedes then.
If you guys know anything about the world or the system, then I think I'm new, so I'm just gonna follow your lead.
Also, there is another side quest I forgot to mention. The ring race itself,
Right.
which is a place where people go to race things they've constructed to basically test them out.
I almost picked another character to do that.
That could be fun too.
It is up to you how you want to proceed with things. The main quest is not on a time crunch, though it is kind of progresses plot and story.
Sure.
I would say let's hit the one of your boss dudes to clear out for the blind raven, because that's one that we could get done, you know, today, and if somebody misses it, it's not the end of the world. As my suggestion of what to actually do. Just Iris happens to hate Betu.
Mm-hmm. I think that's fine because we can just get a sense for combat and let Crim balance a little.
Yeah, let me get a feeling for what you want to do.
Sounds great.
Hey, I can You know, we never got to fight one of these. I was kind of hoping we would. Let's clear out this room.
So just to get a sense of what the party has, I'm a bard. What is our composition at the moment? Because we're a few people down.
Do you have clarity of mind? That'd be a good spell.
Say that again. I didn't hear it.
Can you do clarity of mind?
No. I have all my stuff is pretty much sound or most of it's sound or movement. I have one thing of charm, but sorry, not.
I have low wisdom.
Oh, I have very low wisdom.
I also have low wisdom.
We're not the wisest party.
Yeah,
You have a druid in the group. You're
Yeah,
fine.
you have a druid.
Great,
Yeah,
great,
so
good.
Iris, we have Iris the druid, and then you're a bard. I am an artificer, and Mel, who I think will be back in a couple of weeks, is also a bard. And then Archimedes, who should be back next week, is a wizard. But he only uses spherical spells.
Oh, I remember hearing some of this in the text channel. Great. So he only does spherical spells, and I only do like sound-based stuff. Great. We're really niche.
I designed this character to be a supportive tank. We'll see how well it works, since everything we've
I'll
had
heal
so
you.
far has died brutally.
Well, not with me healing you. She says
We just
before she
don't
gets
know
killed.
how it goes.
What is Mrs. B?
I'm all tank fighter.
Nice.
Nice. All right, so we have a
I
pretty
can-
beefy front line. We've never had more than one tank at a time before.
I think it's gonna be
Yeah,
great
no.
having 2
The
tanks.
only trouble I'll have, like I said, is wisdom.
Yeah, we've lost. Every single tank in this game has died.
Great. This is gonna go. So look, I'm gonna prove myself as a healer. I can AOE heal pretty well. Just stay next to each other and tank a lot.
Right. So how do we get this party started?
Alrighty. So Bob mentioned that if you wanted to do this, they would go to the bar and talk to one of his associates. His associate would be called Lieutenant Black. He is. If you go to the inn on the first floor, they would talk to you if you wish to role play this out, and we can. Or if you want to just get to the boss fight, we can just do that as well.
Up to you guys.
I'm just gonna say, chances are by the time we get done with the fight, it would be getting pretty late for some people if we mess around with
Role play beforehand.
role play beforehand.
Yes, I can do this forever. Let's get to fighting.
Alright. So I'll just
Yada
kinda
yada
run
yada.
by-
Kill shit. Okay.
So
I'll fight them in character.
still prepping the fight a little bit. So basically, you come to a mafia-looking man. I actually kind of like this character. He basically says that he needs help clearing out a smuggler's route for the Blind Raven for their arms trade. And if you come recommended from Ba, that they supply a lot of their goods to the rebels and things like that, the relief effort outside of town. The Blind Raven may be a crime lord, but she does try to
So we would be in their boat, right?
go it
I
now.
mean, we would agree with them. Right? I mean, we're trying to kind of stop
Yeah.
the slavery too as
The
well, right?
specific route she's trying to get clear for is basically just a route to deliver supplies outside of town without being hassled by customs and things like that. And these are supplies going to the rebel group who are helping the relief effort for the refugees of Harpies and Aarakocra who have left their homes. He'll say that specifically. Whether or not you want to believe him or not will be up to you, but he is offering you magic items and things of that nature as rewards, as well as discounts at Blind Raven's Shiny Shop.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. He will direct you to go into the caverns. Let's see.
Anyone have a
Hopefully, we
light
don't need to.
source?
You
It-
say as I glow 10 feet of dim light.
It's about
That's right.
the pass starts about 2,000 feet behind the third layer warehouses, not the royal ones, but the normal ones. You'll meet a contact there who's going to lead you a certain direction. And let's see. Let me put this enemy. Make sure I'm not about to kill y'all.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It's not like getting swallowed by a
That-
purple worm.
Oh yeah, yeah. The swallow effects are just
There's
fantastic.
no revenge going on here tonight, I hope.
Map layer.
Well, it's session 1. There's 4 of us. How bad could it go? Hang on, technically it was 5 because there is a harpy that's stuck on someone's head.
Oh, she's not going down there.
Oh, man, would have such good bait.
Alright. You're taking down a path, and you see paths of scorch marks, of large amounts of fire and stuff like that have... I haven't not made a personal map for this fight, so we'll just do a fight to get you all kind of accustomed to things. So this will be a good test of your abilities. So do not hold it against me, Dawn and Iris, but I'm reusing an old map.
I'm highly offended.
How dare you?
Yes,
I've
I do
seen
make.
this map.
I make custom maps for almost everything myself. At least I try to.
Never apologize.
Drag you all down here. They say
Hey,
that
it's so good you had to use it again.
these
Yeah, I think I've
fiery
been to this.
creatures keep coming out of this passageway, and they keep attacking our caravans as they pass by. To deal with them, and you'll get a reward from the blind raven herself, which will be a good, interesting introduction to a few people as well. So Iris, Dawn, Jenna. Alright. You guys are all level 13. Have you already finished their characters and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Few last minutes. Changes this. Alright, don't put anything get you that hard yet. Damn.
We can take it. One shot.
Alright, we'll just do it like that. Let's not put you standing in the hazard, but oh yeah, that's what we'll do. Alright. So you start on fire. Okay.
That seems useful.
Hey, I'm
So
already glowing.
as you keep traveling down the path, of course watching your step, this is pure black darkness. You're a few thousand feet below the surface. You are warned that you don't go too deep. The deeper you go into the chasm, past the third flare, which is I can't remember how deep I've said it, but there's this maddening effect. The further down you go, the more likely you are to lose your sanity. Many people don't even travel these roads because it gets too close to that little border. But these passages are safe, and they travel them all the time. But you don't want to dip down too far. It's a bit of lore about the area. But you
I
shall,
don't think there's much sanity here to begin with.
yeah. But there's this maddening effect the deeper down you go into the chasm. You will
I
come out, and you feel intense heat flaring out at you. And you see a little small slide. And down at the other end of the slide, it seems to be a place you can drop down to, about 15 feet below.
Ooh, can we?
Right then.
For every 10 feet you fall, you do take a bit of damage, so if there's anything you like to do to try to mitigate that.
There's no ladder then.
No, it's a bit of a slide, so it's a steep surface. You can climb up and down it, but the fall itself is... It's only like a D6 fall damage, but if y'all would like to try to mitigate it or anything...
I
Sounds like
activate my
ropes,
winged
then.
boots and gently glide down to the ground.
Alrighty. Would you like to aid any of your other fellow companions?
No.
Good call.
Okay. Well, looking down, do I think that I could use Thunderclap to, like, you know, shoot a bunch of air with a clap that pushes back up so it lightens my fall?
You're more than likely to hurt your allies doing that.
Is there not enough space for me to Thunderclap? And then,
I believe Thunderclap has a 40-foot radius, doesn't it?
no, Thunderclap's the cantrip. It's 5 feet. It can be heard up to 100 feet away, but it only has 5 foot radius.
I'm gonna say no, but
Okay, that's fair.
Good idea though. Nonetheless, I enjoy creative thinking.
Do I want to? I'm gonna do something really stupid. Does anyone else have a rope or anything to toss down?
Yeah, I have a rope.
Iris is just flying. He unfurls some wings from beneath his cloak and just flies.
Can I use the rope to get down?
Yeah, you can anchor it to the top of it, tie it to a loose rock or anything, and just lower it down.
Okay.
Jenna will use the rope after her.
Yep. So there is no difficulty climbing the rope, just as is. So it's just the climb is all it is. Climbing
Glad
is
it
just
didn't-
half your move speed, but it's 15 feet, so you can all get down. I'll go ahead and drag you over. The room
Glad it-
itself, you land on a metal grate. Below you is a big pool of lava and fire. And you see a bunch of eggs and stuff along the corners of it down at the bottom. This is where the path ends up. There doesn't seem to be any other way you can see.
Oh,
Oh man, roll 20's lagging so hard for me right now.
I do hope. Now, Miss B and Jenna, do you all have any dark vision to speak of?
I produce 10 feet of dim light, but I do not have any dark vision. I can make that.
10 feet of dim light. Okay.
Yeah, I'll make I give myself the aura.
It's light, low light. 10 feet of dim light. Alright, you are now shedding that. Should be visible to everyone else as well.
I'm a human torch.
And it is... You feel that this is the correct room, but you don't see anything in this room inherently.
Do we hear anything?
Other than the moving of fire and lava below you, not really.
Alright. If possible, I'd like to try to like filter out those noises in my aura. Just to like make it so like the lava and the metal grates of us stepping on it it's very quieted compared to all our voices and all the other sounds that we might hear.
Alrighty. This is a 5-foot gap here. If you fall 20 feet into fire.
Right here?
Yep.
Oh, am I supposed to be seeing stuff? All I'm seeing is where Iris.
Oh, yeah,
is
zoom
at.
out.
Or I don't know. I'm all the way zoomed out. I can see where Sirloin is at, but I cannot see.
I sent you a token, Krim.
Vision.
Yeah,
But
I definitely don't have
I've not
vision on
given you
Iris.
vision yet. Yeah. So you do you have any dark vision?
I can't remember if I took goggles in the night or not.
I think you
I don't think I
originally
did.
did, but alright, then we'll just give you 5 feet. Though this room should be illuminated anyway. But we'll get
Yeah,
to
I
that.
Oh wait, yes, I took the dark vision spell. It's just something he's gonna cast on himself every day. That's right.
This is the entrance down here at the south end.
It's actually right above you, for right about here.
So yes, he's got dark vision.
Rename the
It's
spell.
dead.
Alright.
And there's like a bunch of dead gorillas there, or
Oh, you'll... Hold on. Yeah, I've had to delete a bunch of stuff.
whoops.
So I should have drug your map over to where everybody's at. Do you see everything?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, so that should be everybody's tokens. I'll resave them off this map here. Alright. So you land on metal grates. It is kind of, if you're barefoot, it is very hot. It's a 20-foot drop below the grates. The only way up is basically on the sides of the walls to climb up. What would you all like to do? Oh, do you have 60-foot dark vision, Dawn?
Yeah, I have goggles of the night.
Alright, so that's 30 feet bright, 30 feet low.
Yeah.
Alrighty. There you go.
Look, everything got lighter.
Oh, you shouldn't be seeing his light. That's a vision, night vision. 60. I'll tint it very light color. Alright, that should be it. Vision, low light. Vision, low, longer low light, and vision and low light. Which you're going to use dark vision, so we will give you that at 60 feet. Alright. I think I should get everybody taken care of. So what you see is what you see. Though it is fire and lava down below, the floor you're on is kind of dark. Alrighty.
So what now?
Jenna walks forward a bit, as the rest of you do. All just kind of hang out in the back.
I'm gonna be, alert, but hovering. I'm gonna keep my boots going, but hovering near Iris, just kind of waiting and keeping an eye out for anything potentially dangerous.
Alright, so it is 15 feet to the ceiling above you, 20 feet below the grates.
I'm just hovering like 2 or 3 feet so that I'm as tall as Iris.
I'm
Alright.
gonna. I think I'm
Iris
gonna-
looks around really carefully for stuff that's bad.
Alrighty. You do notice. You notice that fire seems to be moving around unnaturally below you, moving through the lava, racing around. It seems to be jumping between fire to fire, but there does seem to be some kind of entity in the fire below you.
I also can see invisible and ethereal things.
Can you link that for me? What is it?
The spell is called See Invisibility, I think. Here, give me a sec.
Like just to
So I'm
link
just-
that for me so I can look at it.
Yeah, I didn't add it, so I've got to close and then I've got to. But it's part of my Artificer. You can imbue one item that you can use to cast a spell. Well, I've imbued my visor.
I believe See Invisibility is actually a spell, isn't it?
Yeah, I've imbued my visor with that spell, and it lasts for 1 hour, and it's not concentration. So
Creation, you see invisible creatures that are visible in the ethereal plane, which is nice. Basically, your sight, you see sight. Nothing within 60 feet of you, no.
there we go.
I'd
Yeah.
like to go ahead and throw a torch across the room. Not a lit torch, just chuck a torch. I don't know how far I can throw one, but pretty far. Maybe missile distance. like javelin range or something. I don't know.
Yeah, just you do a strength check and we'll see see how far you're able to chuck the thing.
Okay.
There is actually a thing about throwing objects and strength, but we'll just see what you do. All right, you're able to chuck it as far as you want it.
All right, I'm just gonna throw it across the room. And see if it bangs around, makes any noise on the other side of the room, if it alerts anything.
Alrighty. Let's see. Let me go to your sheet and we will make what are your rolls. There we go. Whisper toggle. There you go. Yeah. So Iris, you see Miss B chuck the torch as far as she can. The fire stops racing around, and it doesn't look, but it stops where it's at, over in this direction.
To the west there.
Yep. So right in here, you see a big chunk of fire stop Iris.
Is there any form to the fire, or is it like just a gush of fire, or like a?
It just seems like a large, massive fire. Iris, you're the only one who sees this, since everyone else isn't. If the rest of you would like to roll perception, see if you can kind of notice things, that'll be on you. But Iris definitely sees a large, massive fire that was racing around stop right there.
We were sent here to kill something that's been attacking these caravans, right? That was our quote unquote mission.
Yeah, it was a large fiery entity that was attacking these caravans.
All right. And it says, "Hey, why don't we just get its attention and then make it fall?" And she points to the gap in the floor.
Yes.
Alright, how would you like to go about doing so?
I can make a really loud noise and make it even louder, and make it go that way. Because maybe I'm wrong, but this is like a pathway somewhere else.
That's just the edge of the wall.
Oh, okay. I thought this was like a pathway leading to another place because I saw this little part right here.
Oh, no.
So this is just a closed place. This is what we see is what we get.
Yep.
Okay. Never mind then.
Other than the rope up above you, which is right here, which that purple does not do me any kind of good. There you go. Which leads you up that little small passage, that scorched passage that led to this room.
Hmm.
The thing has not noticed you all yet, but you all do know there's something over on the other side of the grates, underneath it in the fire.
Oh. Jenna
Sorry.
takes the.
Any way for
Go
us to
ahead.
get surprised?
If you'd like to launch an attack at it, you can.
Does anybody have any stealth or invisibility or anything that would give them advantage
Well,
on the surprise?
Jenna offers. I've placed a barrier around us, and she like says stuff, and like all the noise that the party's making right now, she's gonna try to let it bounce off the edge of her aura so that it doesn't leave it. So yeah, if you're within 20 feet of Jenna, basically, I don't think anything can hear you from the outside. She says, I mean, as long as you're close to me, whatever's out there can't hear you. And then she'll sing at the top of her lungs.
Well, we're here to attack, right?
I push forward then.
Jenna,
Yep, yep,
Jenna.
yep.
I'm gonna cast Fire Shield, and I'm gonna use Chill Shield.
Chill shield.
Yeah, so I have resistance to fire damage.
Alrighty. We'll just assign you a random token. That actually looks pretty nice.
Nice, I like that. And then I'm also, since it's quiet, I'm just prepping for battle. So you watch as frost begins to form as some runes on his armor glow, and then you watch as the armor itself seems to grow thicker, like healthier. And I'm going to use.
I like that. Your armor grows healthier.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm going to use that.
On each of your turns. Alrighty. So you want to mark that in the blue thing for me? That'd be nice.
I'm going to give myself a bar.
Yeah, there you go. That'll help out. Alright, anybody else would like to do?
I can cast Fairy Fire on it if we know where it is to like start things off.
Alrighty. The only thing you know, it's somewhere in this area.
I'll leave it to the party to decide if they want me to do it or not. But
Sounds great.
all right. Yeah. If I guess, do we want to get in like a combat arrangement?
If you would like to just go ahead and roll initiatives here.
Mm-hmm.
So that is select your token and hit the initiative. Alright, you all seem to know that. Good, good. Alrighty. So, Jenna, what would you like to do?
I mean, I'm happy to start with the Fairy Fire if we want. I just think we should probably get into like some sort of battle ready state. Because I don't know if we want to. I don't know where like our tanks are kind of just to the side.
Well, I think Don has got his stuff running the way he wants to.
Right.
I'll be glad to head forward if you think that would help.
We'll do so in initiative order. So you.
I mean, it's fine. I can kick things off now if we want.
Well, if you wanna, I'll move forward and then you cast your spell. That sounds great.
Sure.
Alrighty.
If we're not fighting anything yet.
Alright, Iris, are you comfortable right where you're at? Any kind of preparation you like to do?
Yeah, he's gonna do the same thing with the shield.
10 minutes. Oh yes, if I haven't mentioned before, if you have a spell that does concentration, please mark yourself with the red dot, which nothing has been so far, so...
Oh, wait, that's right, I changed this one to be holy and necrotic. Never mind, he doesn't do that. I forgot about that. Because of just the way he is.
Yeah, flavor. Alright. So
Never mind.
You're fine where you're at. Dawn, are you happy where you're at? Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope. I mean,
Alright.
yes, I'm good. I'm happy.
Miss B, are you where you're at? Are you happy with what you...
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. I'll stay close until we figure out about jumping over this hole.
All right.
Jenna, alright, everybody seems to be prepared and ready. Do what you
All
wish
right.
to do.
Ping me the general area that we saw the fire sit, and I will Fairy Fire it. I think it was like right here.
Somewhere in that area.
Awesome. Fairy Fire. It's 20-foot cube. So hang on, can I just do... Oh, perfect. Yeah, I will just bloop right there.
And a 20-foot cube right there. Okay. Sounds good. So we'll do the dex roll. Alrighty, it fails. Go ahead and mark yourself with the red dot, please.
Will do.
Alrighty.
Let's get
so
this combat
as
started.
that happens, and I deleted the monster. Cool.
Well done, everyone.
We did it.
We did it.
Fairy fire is stronger than I remember.
Yeah, it's Phoenix Fire, the upgrade from Fairy Fire.
You're fired.
Alright.
Phoenix Fire was very effective.
So when you do that, you aggravate what is there. Let's give it a turn. The fire erupts into a giant pillar of fire. Just basically this entire room, the entire square where I had that box, is just a giant pillar of fire straight to the ceiling. Fire spreads out across the ceiling as this creature appears in it, and it sheds 120. Yeah, it's whatever color you gave it.
If I can do prismatic, it's prismatic. If not, it's going to be pink or green. It's whatever, doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
there's now a shiny, colorful bird.
Bright light. As it lights up the entire room as it explodes forth. It is, you were joking about it, but it is a giant phoenix. And one thing you all do notice is when it jumps through these grates, they fall into the fire below. As it's now floating there. And we shall go to initiatives. It rolled a 21, so it gets to go first.
Not a fan.
And let's get some of this music going. Oh, we already did all that.
Oh, thank you. That music was just too much. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Alright.
Are we playing some bobbin music?
It's music I find on the Roll20 system that I kind of throw on here.
Now I'm ready to slay a firebird.
Yeah.
The theme of the fire elementals was more rock music for those who had it turned on, but this will be the boss fight music for this. And it cycles through a few different playlists because I can't find long ones.
That's fine.
Let's pull up its sheet once again. Oh, it just flies. It is a gargantuan fire elemental. It is a phoenix. Its first turn, it shall move to here, flying through the grates and everything like that. It shall move into your spaces.
How
And
tall is the ceiling?
It is 15 feet to the ceiling, 20 feet below. While it is in this spot, you can see the grates below you start to melt a bit. Let's see.
Does that mean all 6 of these? Or just the ones under it?
We'll just make it simple and do that.
Okay.
Moves to there. The while in its form, let's see. Again, first time a creature enters its space on a turn, which it's entering into you. Just by being within it, moving in the middle of you, you are inside its body, its fiery form. And Miss B and Dawn, you take 7 fire damage right off the bat.
Do we get to do con checks or rolls or anything?
For that one, no. If you're inside of its space, you're just taking the fire.
I take 3 because I have resistance.
Yep.
Part of Dawn's armor starts to burn away a little bit, chars at the edges as it is clearly made out of plant material.
Yep.
So
just by touching
fire?
Yeah, 7 fire damage.
Oh, 7 fire.
Which, I'm sorry, I mentioned, yeah, that'd be fine. 3, then 7 to you.
Do you want me to just add it in my green token?
Yeah, so in your green little bubble there, just
Yeah.
tap -7.
Oh yeah, I did it already.
Alright,
I just wasn't sure. if it
That'll
was
auto
first.
update to your character sheet.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see. Coming in contact with it hurts you. So then it shall do its attack. Actually, it'll move through you all, move on top of Iris, and then end right here. So actually, Jenna and Iris, you all take 7 fire damage.
Hmm.
It
Do I have to? Here we go. Let's not fuck this up.
Yeah. So you rolled your cons. I have a few API scripts already written into the game. One of them is if you put the red dot on yourself when you have a concentration spell, just by minusing the damage off your token, it'll automatically roll your concentration for you.
Oh, okay.
So if you just remember to put the red dot on you for concentration spells, you don't have to remember to do the concentration check.
Nice.
They'll do it for you.
I may ask you that for my own game because that seems so much better than how I'm doing it. Anyways.
Yeah. Iris, you will also take it as well. This thing has flyby, so it actually can move through you all. Alrighty. But you will be inside of it, Jenna, and it shall do its attacks. It shall multi-attack. It shall try to peck at you, Jenna, as it will use its talons against Dawn. Alright. So it crit you, Jenna. That's unfortunate. Let's see what the damage
Awesome.
Can I use my reaction?
is. For what? Do you have something that uses your reaction?
When you see a creature, when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you. Oops, too far away. Never mind.
Alrighty.
Good attempt.
Yeah, it would have probably been a miss otherwise. It rolled a 20 and then it rolled a 1. Yeah.
I think my
Let's see.
curse is gonna continue with this one.
It does 18 fire damage to you, Jenna.
Okay.
Just subtract that all at once.
Let's not fuck this up.
Oh yeah, your concentration checks are doing well. It does have fairy fire, which I'm not sure what it does.
Fairy fire
Let's
makes
see,
any
it's
attack roll
advantage on
on the
attack
affected
rolls.
creature has advantage, and affected creature cannot benefit from being invisible.
Alright, so
It
attack
also
against
sheds. Yeah.
And you
Actually,
said
wanna
pink
mark
was
it.
the color you wanted it to be?
If it can't be prismatic, then pink. Yeah. Just fucking bright pink, phoenix. Clearly visible, and all this red.
Ah, much better.
At least it looks nice.
Yep. Let's
As
see.
her light turns to dust.
What else does it do? Fire. Attack. Oh. Oh, and you are ignited with fire. At the start of each of your turns, until you use an action to douse it, you just take a bit of fire damage beginning each of your turns. And Dawn, it will fiery talons you. For 17, is that a... That does not hit you.
That does not hit.
Yeah, so it doesn't hit your ass. And that is all that it... And that is its turn.
Goodness.
All right.
Jenna,
How much
you-
fire damage do I take?
2. Take 2 fire damage at the start of your turn.
All right. I will Misty Step out of this. Let's not be standing by the edge.
I can't see a health bar for Jenna.
You can't.
I cannot.
You know, they did that a while back. It's visible to editors, but not visible
Oh,
to
I can
everyone.
see everybody. I can see everybody's health bars.
Oh, that might
Uh,
I can see
think it's
everything.
permission.
Alright, let me make sure that it is...
Sure. And I'll spend my action putting myself out of fire.
Alrighty. Should be visible now. So his health bars in the,
I'll bring it down for a second so you can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've lost 4th.
Yeah, nothing
Anyways,
too bad.
that is my turn. for now.
Alrighty. Then to your turn, it shall use a legendary action and peck at Dawn, and it shall miss. Iris, Iris, it is your go. This thing is beside you.
Yeah, we don't like that.
The grate it is in seems to be melting and trying to fall through.
We're gonna go there.
Alright, it will get an attack opportunity on you. Are
Right.
you okay with that?
Right.
Alrighty, so we'll try to peck at you again for 15, which is a miss.
And then Iris is going to cast linear photosynthesis.
Celestial plant. Constitution. What does the spell do?
It is a laser beam, 60-foot long laser beam that does a buttload of radiant damage. Let's see if I can. Hold on, let me switch it to output spell card.
Alright, it does fail, so it just takes the 21. Does it do anything else?
It is. If it's failed, it's blinded until my next turn.
Like all the light themed spells we got going on. Fails on ability checks and disadvantage. It shall burn. It fails, but it shall choose to succeed instead. It will burn one of its legendary resistances.
Hacks.
As it seems to call upon its grand nature to succeed instead. But it is one of its resistances down. Oh, well, I'll mark that on the sheet somewhere so I can keep track. 2. Alright. Alright, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I believe that's it. Let me just double check one thing, see if it's a bonus action.
Let's see.
Nope, that's it.
I have messed this thing's character sheet up. Alright, so next will be Don Seguero's go. I did not butcher that name.
Saguaro, like the
Saguaro.
captain. I figured his name would be Saguaro and his title, like Little or whatever, his differentiating name is Dawn, because he read a story about a knight and was enamored with it. Anyway, his boots, when he activated them, like flowers bloomed from his heels, and now they're kind of shedding glittering motes of magic light that look like petals as he hovers over to this area. And he'll say, "Spread out! If it flies through one of us, we'll be burned. The fewer targets it has, the better." And as he's flying, he's going to use a bonus action to regenerate his temporary hit points. So the scorch marks on his armor are kind of cleared away as new growth takes over and the armor repairs itself. And then he's going to attack twice with just a punch from a very heavy gauntlet. (14 and 21).
Oh, you're one of those artificers.
One of those, yeah.
I'm gonna have to let you look at me what you're using afterwards, because everywhere I've looked, I cannot find like a thing where they're actually in. That's not like some off-brand website.
It was on D&D Beyond, but Tasha's released like today, so now it's an official class. But I haven't looked to see what the changes are yet because I worked all day.
Alrighty. So it's in the Tasha's book then?
Yeah, this particular class released as official in Tasha's, but it might have had changes from the UA.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll take a look.
I mean, I like that because like it wasn't listed anywhere before that, which is what I'm liking. I'll take a look at it. They release other new content in it?
Yeah, there's like a ton of new content.
I'm gonna have to take a look at it.
The Circle of Wildfire also, I think, is official, which is, I believe, what Irish uses.
So we might be making some character changes here pretty soon then. 2. Alright, I was messing with my thing. Alright, so you do 2 attacks to it. Let's see, it's AC.
At advantage.
Yes, at advantage. So won't you go ahead and roll 2 more attacks? We'll just say those first 2 are your first 2 attacks.
No, yeah, those are my only attacks. I get 2 attacks.
You get
wait.
advantage.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So roll 2 more, and we'll say those 2 your first attack. All right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so those are definitely hits. So roll 2 damages for me.
That should be +5 each attack, so +10 to 20.
8 plus 2 magic. It's not counting your strength, is it?
Right, yeah, so the armor allows me to use my intelligence with this weapon. So it should be damage plus intelligence +2 because it's an enchanted weapon.
Yeah, alright, that works. Let's see, so 5 each of that, so nice even 20 damage. So thunder damage?
Damage, yeah.
That's nice. So 20 damage. And each hit you hit it, its fire form kind of lashes back at you. Take 9 damage from one and 6 damage from the other.
Alright.
So 15 fire damage from meleeing it.
Can we say that I used my bonus action after I attacked?
If you want to, yeah.
Alright, I'll play it like that.
Alright, just remember that for next time.
Yeah. Alright, so 16 damage total?
15.
Yeah, okay.
So it does chip into your health a little bit.
Yeah. Burns all the way to his armor. Starts to damage Don himself, but his armor regrows shortly after.
Alright, at the end of your turn, it shall make a... Oh. Shall make another beak attack on you. Now that is a hit.
All
Rolled
right.
a 29 to hit. That was almost a crit.
Yeah.
It's doing another reaction attack.
It has legendary actions. Higher level creatures sometimes have this. It is every round it gets a pull of three legendary
has
actions.
3 reactions.
I don't even think they're reactions. They can just do it at the end of other people's turns.
Yeah, they're just
Um,
extra things they could do, and they regenerate them, I think, at the start of the round.
Yep, beginning
Yep,
of
beginning.
their turn. Each creature is different what they do. This one of its things is it just gets to do an attack. But you will take 17 fire damage, Dawn, at the end of your turn.
It takes 4 cold damage.
Alrighty, cold damage.
From my fire shield.
Alright.
Does Fire Shield still
Right
give
back
fire
at you.
resistance if it's cold?
I linked it, so I'm using the chill shield version.
Oh, so you are resistant to fire. Okay.
And what does this do? Since you are hit, you are doused with fire. The
Oh
start
wait,
of your-
yeah,
start of
no,
your-
that damage is reduced. So how much damage did I just take?
It
17.
before you took 9 from one and 6 from another source. And then it just now hits you for another 17 fire, all from one source.
Alright, fuck. I'll do the math and I'll make sure that's right.
Alrighty.
It's
The-
32, so half that to 16.
There are some things that come from different attacks, so you might get more, but you will be all lit on fire at the beginning of your turn. You'll take some fire damage until you take an action to put it out. So we'll just mark you with that so we remember. And Miss B, it is your go. This thing is still glowing purple, and your attacks have advantage.
All
Below
right.
it,
So
the grates are melting and disappearing.
are we moving regular, or is diagonal have any effect on that?
Oh, just every square you move is 5 feet.
Okay. And so if so, can I attack diagonally there? Is that what we're saying?
Yes, that is technically in its square. For bigger tokens, it's hard to discern that. Let me put a little roar on it
Just
so you can
making
see
sure.
it.
Yeah. I can defend a person, but only if I'm not standing next to them. So,
I
when
could run
you
up.
decide that we want that, then I will do that to Don Seguro.
I give you kind of a red roar on it. Hard to see. Let me change the color on that. There you go. That's its hitbox, basically. How does it read? Is it the creature within 5 feet of you, or is it a creature you target other than you that is within? I'm gonna say it's the creature that's within 5 feet of you, unless you want to rule another way. Yeah, so yeah, it has to, so it's the creature. Since you're within 5 feet of it, you can do that.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. So you're saying I don't have to be standing next to Don to protect him? I can just do it if it's...
You're imposing disadvantage on the creature, so you have to be within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh, great. So I can do it from this side, is what we're saying.
Yes. Also, we
Wonderful.
are using flanking rules as well. You already have advantage, but if you were like there, one square to the side, you would be giving advantage to Dawn.
Would
So
like
you already
to
have
do...
advantage thanks to Fairy Fire, so it doesn't really matter.
Maybe I'll just move there so that next, if things happen, I'm there already next time.
Alrighty, fair enough.
Just in case. And then I guess I'll just make my attacks. So I have the Sunblade, and just to remind you, the Sunblade I can use as a light source.
Yep.
So when things get dark, I'll bring out my sword. All right, so here comes 3 attacks, I guess.
Nice.
Alright, you have advantage, so the first and the last one hit, which the last one is a crit.
The great thing about the Sunblade is the very rare item. We've had, what, 5 in this campaign?
Yeah, I know.
Do you want me to hit the damage on the 19 and 29 then?
Yeah, so the name on it, just highlight it and just click on it. First one is the one-handed. You are holding a shield, aren't you?
Yeah.
And so you have to one-hand it. So it'll be the first set of numbers. And radiant damage. Alright. -5, -13. And with each hit, fire lashes back at you as you come in contact with this firebird. You take 3 fire damage, then another 6 fire damage for a total of 9.
Okay.
Music stopped. Why?
You can hear it.
Yeah, you guys are hearing something entirely different than what I'm bopping to.
I just bought Tasha's for D&D Beyond. So excited.
So did I.
There are a lot of posts about that right now.
22 subclasses. See, that's fucking awesome.
Wow.
I'm going to have to take a look at that.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm finished.
Alright.
Basically,
Take to the damage.
Yeah.
Alright. At the end of your turn, it has given up on trying to hit Dawn and will try to hit you instead. Wrong thing. It misses you. And we'll go to its turn. My player. The grates underneath it fall through and fall into the fire below.
Oof.
It shall... Let's see. Iris did nothing to it. Dawn hit it. B hit it, so it's going to stay there. But it's going to fly about the room before it does anything else. And it'll try to melt the... Can't reach the both of you. So it'll just end there, but it shall fly through each of you. And the grates and everything else. It does have flyby, so it does not provoke opportunity attacks.
Ooh. Not liking that.
Fortunately, it does it on its turn. You can just walk through it on your turn and be fine.
How much damage does it do?
1d10, so we'll just roll 1 and say it's for everybody. Everybody takes 8 fire damage from it just flurrying and sputtering through you. That would be Iris as well. Did you take the 7 damage from before, Iris?
Yep.
Alrighty, I don't think it's linked to your sheet, is it? No, it's
It
not.
is not. So I've just been doing it on the sheet.
Ooh.
Iris name Iris. I want to play with your sheet. I don't think it saved right when I pulled it off.
I don't think so either, because I don't think that was right either, so... Oh, well. So much for that.
Wow. Oof.
Are you concentrating on something? Oh, the sunbeam.
Oh, wait.
It failed to begin with, didn't it?
I have Warcaster, so I have advantage on those. So the 10 passes.
All right. Oh, when it failed, when it chose to succeed, does it still take a bit of damage? Not for
Yeah, it would have
success.
taken half damage.
You didn't roll. Yeah, you did. So 21. I did not add that on there, so 10. All right. You've done a decent chunk of damage to it. It is looking a little woozy, but still looking strong as it starts its turn, and it will focus its attacks on top of Miss B. She'll try
It
to
has disadvantage due to my gauntlet effect.
It has what now?
It has disadvantage on its attacks against any target but me.
Oh, did you mark it with something?
Yeah. Here, I'll link it again.
Gauntlets. The start of your next turn. Alright, so it has disadvantage.
Nice.
Shall fiery talons and rolled a 16 and a 21, which almost hits you.
That's the bee's knees.
Alright. Shall use the rest of its move speed to fly over here. Because it has ridiculous move speed.
No attacks of opportunity.
Nope. It is your go.
Oh, I gotta decide. Do I heal us, or do I just unload my highest damage dealing spell on it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm at 23, so I'm pretty good.
I mean, I think I'm the lowest. I'm at 60 health, so I kind of want to do this. Do some damage. All right. Now, I've never cast a spell this high before. Let's see how this goes. Kind of look at it. My kind of aura is still on because I don't think I ever took it off. So you're seeing all these like phantasmal versions of Jenna kind of come together, and they each start like producing a beam of light, and then they all kind of spiral together and shoot out at the bird as I shoot a prismatic spray.
Alrighty. Range. From self, a 60-foot cone, which should reach
Boom.
it.
Oh, yeah. You guys just see a blast of this color, and a
Alright,
bunch of
this
Jennas.
creature, let's make a dex save. So roll a d8 to see what the color of the ray effect hits it.
Let's go. Hell yeah. On an 8.
On an 8, it is special. The target is struck by 2 rays. Roll twice more.
Hell yeah. Oh, I think that's so perfect. I think cold is 2. No, 2 is acid.
5 is 2. Or 5,
5 is cold.
Cold.
Hell yeah. All the luck.
So
Let's
acid.
go.
So roll 20d6.
I do that for both, or is it the same?
It doesn't have any resistance to either of those things, so it doesn't matter.
20d6.
Yeah, it's gonna use one of its legendary resistances on that.
Really?
So successful sand. It takes half damage, I assume.
On a failed save. Oh, I think they have additional effects.
Yeah.
I
Half as much
guess
damage on a
that's all.
successful one. So
Yeah.
it resists the effects that both rays do and takes half damage. Because it's not gonna get, was it slow?
Yeah. Let's see. The acid would have.
It's a paragraph of wall. It's not dealing with that.
Sure. That's fine. It passed. It takes half, so it takes half of 59, and then I'm gonna. 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm just gonna run over here. I still have my bonus actions, so I am going to. Shit. Fuck it. I'm gonna spend one of my bardic inspirations to inspire. Who's gonna be? Who do you think needs it? Who wants to be inspired? Raise your hand.
Don Seguara wants to be inspired.
Jenna will start dancing like a K-pop star, and dubstep will begin to play. Though you do not know what that is. And yeah,
Watching
and
this,
then
Iris gets a negative.
and then you see yourself, like a ethereal version of yourself, start to like take a defensive stance right here as she starts to like do some like play action, AMV thing as you're bardically inspired.
So he starts dancing along with you.
Oh yeah, I'm just using his like. There's just like a version of him. He's fighting a dragon, even though we're fighting a phoenix right now. In my magic bullshit, he's fighting a dragon.
Alrighty. Iris, bullshit just happened in front of you. What do you do?
He's going to turn the beam on Jenna.
Not like this.
Let's see. How far away did he run off to? Alright, so we got to move to there. And then we're going to continue the beam.
Alrighty. Alright, just roll it again for me.
Yeah, let me make
Other
one
than the
quick
first
change
cast,
here.
it's just damage, isn't it?
I don't think so. It's the same beam every time.
Alright, just roll the description for me. It's... Alrighty.
41.
Man is blinded. That is a strong effect.
They'd already spent that resistance.
It has 3 of them, but...
I think it's
We'll
out.
be done
I'm
with it
pretty sure.
after this.
I'm pretty sure it's done. I'm confident.
It fails, so shall... Yeah, it's gonna succeed. That's a little too much damage. So that's its last resistance gone.
And I believe to maintain the beam, it takes an action, so that's his turn.
Alrighty, it'll... Okay, yeah.
Jenna gives you a thumbs up in her dance.
Done.
Yeah, if you're looking for a spotlight, you know where to get it from now.
You see this
Oh, she's
thing...
literally glowing.
Oh, at the end of your turn, it shall use its legendary action and shall move to right here. The both of you are within its space on the first turn each turn. You both shall take 8 fire damage as the grate below you starts to melt and collapse.
All right, now here's a shitty situation. It's gonna start its next turn before any of us do.
Yeah,
Are we just gonna fall? I mean, there's nothing we can do.
ain't that some shit?
That's some bullshit.
Dawn, it's your go.
Bet you wish you had wings now, huh?
It's melting the grate below your friends where they're standing. Iris has wings.
I would think why.
I didn't anticipate dying in the first session.
Oh, at the
Shit.
start of your turn, you do take some fire damage. 5 fire damage for being on fire.
Oh, I already marked it.
Oh,
Oh,
Dawn.
sorry,
no,
turn it on. Sorry, turn it on.
I take 2 because resistance.
Yep.
I'm trying to think like, shit, do I have anything that can... Not really. Wait, I need to look at something with that. I have an idea.
Go for it. I think if I don't move, I'm gonna die. I don't think there's any way around it. I will fall to the grate and I'm gonna die.
So this thing is melting everything in its space, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to cast Enlarge Reduce.
Ooh. 30 feet range though. Leave you enough
Oh,
speed to get there.
Yeah, I'll move over. I can fly right now, so I'm going to move to here. Just hovering over there, and as I do so, whirling glyphs will appear behind me, and I'll shove them both forward, and I'm going to cast Enlarge. I'm going to try and reduce this thing. So it's got to make a con save DC 18.
Yeah, and its saves are gone. It fails.
It is now one size smaller.
Alrighty. So it does shrink, and I'll let you decide what its new dimension is, how it shrinks. So we'll do that. It's either going to be. It's still going to affect one of them, or no?
No?
Yeah, to
So
right
you
there.
shrink it that way?
Yep. And then as a bonus action, to regenerate my armor.
Good call.
And that is my turn.
End of your turn, it makes a pick attack. Actually, no. It shall use its 2 actions. It shall fly through you. And it gets to do 2 in the same time, using 2 actions. It shall fly over to here, and shall make a fiery talon swipe at you as it runs by you, which does not hit.
Do I take damage because it moved through me?
Yes, you will take 10, 1d10, 10, so you take 10 fire damage. And Miss B, it is your go. This thing is a very mobile creature. I like this song.
Well, I think it's out of my range.
You do have your own stuff, but you can also just ready your action.
Yeah, I guess I'll wait until it attacks.
Alrighty. So when it comes by you, you want to take a swipe at it?
Yeah, 3 attacks.
Alright. You only get to do one of your attacks. Reaction only says you get to make 1 attack.
Can't I delay my action?
That's what that is.
Delaying my action is a reaction.
Yeah, but you only get to do one thing as a reaction, though. It's the ready action. So let's.
I didn't realize delaying your action was a reaction.
There is no delayed actions in 5e. It's they do it through ready action. Which
I just realized I have to make a con saving throw for that, but I actually don't because my base save is 11, and since I only took 5 damage, the save would be 10, which means it's literally impossible for me to fail. Just throwing that out there. Also, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take out my contacts.
alrighty.
Alright, I'll wait then, I guess, for my 1 action. And I'll wait for it to fly through, and that'll be the trigger.
It doesn't mention anything specifically about just attacking, does it? Just spells.
In my experience, it is just one attack when you
Yeah.
hold your action, because it's like you're using your reaction to trigger the one attack, but
Yeah, that's because you only have one reaction per
Right.
round. That's what I read and thought, but in the Roll20 isn't clear. Maybe it's just Roll20 thing, or maybe they updated it since I last read it. We went through a few different versions of the player handbook.
maybe. I don't know. I just from every game I've played, it's always been you only get one, even if you have more.
That's the way it's intended, but yeah, I'll have to double check on that. But for now, we'll just roll with it as it is now. So on its
Well,
turn,
then I should just do something with my action instead.
Up to you.
if you wish, yeah.
Maybe I'll just move to there because, like, I can't really get. Honestly, I can't get in between it. Like I was thinking, I could get in between it, and then when it swoops by, I could attack it. But the way it moves, it can move wherever it wants to, so I can't really get.
Yeah.
In. So I'll just throw hatchets at it.
Hey, go for it.
Alrighty.
They have advantage, so that's a crit.
Yeah, you do. So you lob 3 of your hand axes at it.
Okay.
If you get those hand axes at it or not, we'll figure that out later. But all 3 do hit, and
They're just slightly melty. They're still good. They're still good.
I mean, if they don't fall through the grate first.
I was just thinking I might want to drop Fairy Fire for something else, but now I'm like, well, maybe I don't. Roll that damage.
Let's just roll damage on all 3 of them, and we should be good.
Wait a minute.
So D8, D8, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Your enlarge reduce has forced me to draw hazard circles on the map. Alrighty, so its turn. It gets its 3 legendary actions back. It shall well, actually no, it doesn't have that much. It stops. Hold on, let me redo that.
Maybe it wants to run. Maybe it just wants to, hide in a corner. What kind of life has this bird lived?
Yeah, so it can get everybody with its size. It shall fly through everybody once again. Everybody shall take 4 fire damage. And it shall attack at dawn. I think he said he was AFK, didn't he?
How far did it just move?
120 feet.
Something like that.
Yep. It is a large size of creature, so it doesn't have to be exact, but yeah. And it shall do 2 attacks on Dawn.
Alright, I just got back. Did I take more damage because it moved through me, or can it only do that?
Yeah. You take 4 fire damage, which I don't think, because you have your temporary hit points, it doesn't count against your concentration. Is that right?
I don't actually know. I think that it does count against concentration, but I'm not sure. I'll double check that. Either way, because it's only 2 damage, the DC would be 10, and my modifier for con saves is 11.
Yeah, so you're fine either way. Oh, that's interesting. I have to look into that. But she'll stop there and do 2 attacks against you. The first shall definitely hit. The second is a 22.
Shield.
Alrighty. So, I'm sorry. First hit is still a hit.
Damn. All right.
Actually, what is your AC? 25? Yep.
Yeah, that would be 30. How much?
It shall deal 18 fire damage to you.
First time it's managed to break through the armor. However, it takes 13 cold damage as it does so.
Of course. And you are doused with another dose of fire. That is double dose of fire.
Extra
And-
crispy.
Is that, do I actually take double fire damage, or is it just,
It'll be a second dice on top of the first one. So you got 2 applications of it on you.
But can I douse them both with one douse action?
Yes.
Okay.
Jenna, it is your go.
Oh, I got a
Flying
tough decision
three
to make.
roll. Go ahead.
I can drop concentration on Fairy Fire to try something, but it could just overcome it even if it fails. So, you know what? Fuck it. I think if this works, it'll be great. I will cast Phantasmal Killer on it as an illusionary Jenna appears, except really stretched proportions and looking really freaky.
Alrighty. Makes a wisdom save. It fails. It's out of resistance points, so it goes through. What does the spell
Awesome.
do?
This is awesome. All right, it does the damage. The target must make on a failed save. The target becomes frightened for the duration. At the end of each of the target's turn before the spell ends, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 4d10 psychic damage. On a successful save, the spell ends. So it is afraid. The Fairy Fire drops, but it is now afraid, so it will not come closer. And it takes 31 psychic damage.
That's actually pretty.
Yep.
It can't move closer to you.
No, it cannot get any closer to me. I'm staying safe here. Everybody group up.
Alright, so it takes the psychic damage, it's frightened, and that's it?
Yes. And it repeats the save at the, I believe the end of each of its turns. Yes. And then if it ever succeeds, that's when the spell ends.
Yep.
And then, bonus action. Who wants a little K-pop dance?
I'm already inspired.
All right. I'm trying to remember, what do you use Bard Inspirations on? Because normally I use it to boost my power.
You can use it on attack rolls, on saves, on skill checks.
All right.
I think you have to use a certain bar to get attack rolls, but yeah.
That's fine. Because I can just add it to my damage. So I'm gonna actually spend one on myself. So if I ever have to make another save, I will be.
No, you can't Bardic Inspire yourself.
I will not do that then.
If there's a Bardic subclass that allows you to Bardic Inspire your own attack rolls, but I don't know what class or subclass.
I believe that's swords.
All right, that's fine. Then I will spend my bonus action. Oh no, not doing that shit. Never mind. I can't do anything. I will just fucking dance. My music plays. You just hear some more dubstep, K-pop dancing happening. There's a really fucking terrifying visage of of Jenna that is like tormenting this bird, and this bird's looking fucking freaked out.
It doesn't want to move now, but it will actually. It will. It'll do its 2 actions, then to your turn, and move to here. And it's on your turn, so everybody gets to take that fun damage, fun fire. Dawn and Miss B, you take 2 fire damage. It moves on its turn, and on Jenna's turn, on top of you. And it will do a Fiery Talon on Miss B. It hits.
How much damage do I take?
Oh no, it has disadvantage. 2 fire damage, both Miss B and Dawn. Because it is frightened, it has disadvantage, so it actually misses Miss B. Iris, it is your go.
Might as well just continue the laser beam.
Pop it.
Why did it do it
Just
that way?
fucking laser beam guy.
Constitution.
That damage is gross, dude.
It actually succeeds on its own this time. That was about time, too. It has really high saves, but it doesn't want to save on anything.
I mean, it is a 6th level spell, so.
Yeah, that too. Though most of y'all have used a few higher level spells. Let's see.
Yeah, 7th and a 4th.
Alright, it is not looking too good. It's about to fall as you see the flame on it start to sputter and kind of burn out. It is mostly just big flapping ash rather than fire. It does not look like it's doing too well. Is that the last thing you're gonna do, Iris?
Yeah, I think we're gonna just kind of move to there.
Alrighty, I know it is 1 o'clock. This is the time we normally end, but this fight's about over. So if y'all don't mind us run a little bit longer, we'll wrap up this fight. And
Sure.
at the end of your turn, Iris, it shall do a Fiery Talons attack. Honestly, it's not sure who to attack anymore, so we'll just roll a dice, see who it attacks. Evens, Miss B, odd, Dawn. Alright, so I should do an attack on Miss B. It rolled really high. It hits Miss B.
Not Miss B.
Miss B, you take 18 fire damage. Oh, that's not the one where it does fire on people. That's no fun. And that is probably... that's all of its legendary action. So Dawn, it is your go.
Alright, I'm going to move to here to provide flanking if Miss B moves on her turn, which she should because that platform's going to melt.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use an action to douse the flames and bonus action to regrow my armor.
Alright. Miss B, it is your go. You're no longer getting advantage on your attacks, but Dawn has moved to try to help with flanking.
If you would move to here, then you would have advantage.
Yeah. It is frightened, however. Wait, that means it gets a disadvantage on some things too. Oh well.
Well, it's disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay. Yeah, it's... oh, disadvantage on attack rolls. Yeah, it still would have hit Miss B. Alrighty. This thing is not looking too good. It is about to go down. Dawn puts out the fire on itself. Alright. All of those do hit since you have advantage.
Is that enough to kill it? Oh,
We will
no.
find out.
Oh, you don't.
Gotta roll that damage.
Keep forgetting you don't have the auto damage on.
You can turn that on.
That's an option you could do yourself on your sheet if you want to.
Oh, I
Alrighty.
can do that. All right. I guess is it dead yet? If not, I guess I'll action search.
Oh no, you're fine. Your first 2 hits cut into it, nearly dropping it to 1 health as your final hit cuts into it. Would you like to flavor your kill, or would you like me just to describe it?
This reminds me of Bigby's Inferno that we did at the Opera House.
No, that's good. I think we're done.
I think it's finished.
Yep. As you cut into it, the last bit of fire kind of catches onto your blade as you just slice through it. It falls into a pile of ash through the grates into the fire below. And that is how it dies. Let's see here. When it dies,
Uh-oh.
it explodes. Trying to
Uh-oh.
get one last bit of revenge on you. This will hit everybody, so make a dex save, everybody.
Damn it. I couldn't inspire myself.
So I'm gonna give myself a flash of
Hell
genius.
yeah. Who needs inspiration? I'm a genius.
I'm gonna give myself flash of genius, and I'm also gonna use my bardic inspiration. I fucked that up.
What the? You rolled 94 damage? Holy shit.
No. I rolled a 1d10.
Oh, okay. I thought you rolled the damage public, and I'm like, what the fuck?
So my dex save is 32.
Alright, so whatever happens, the dex saving throw here is 20. It explodes out for 22 fire damage. When it dies, you succeed, you take only 11. As it dies, it explodes, its body turns to ash. It all kind of piles in midair as it falls into a fiery egg, and it's just laying there on the grate as the rest of the fire falls below. And in front of you is a phoenix egg.
Can we keep it?
I intend to keep as pet if you do not.
Can Phoenix eggs be dismantled and reassembled into a component fire?
Jesus Christ.
Can I smash this egg and turn it into something else?
Can I make it I want to make it a dragon egg, just use that little bit of that magic, bip boom pop.
Or just tear it apart and turn it into like a flame blade or something.
As you look at this egg, it does look like there's life inside of it as like fire and cinders kind of crack through it and the ash part forms again. It's a black egg that emits light and is hot to the touch.
Is it burning to the touch or hot?
Would we know how long it takes usually for a phoenix to come back?
That sounds like a survival. Or nature, I think. I'm not sure. Nature or survival, your choice. Do you like to try to figure that out?
Nice.
29.
It usually takes anywhere between a day to 6 days for it to hatch. When it hatches, it'll explode once more, but it'll be a little tiny form as it starts to grow.
Perhaps we take back to Double G's. She might have a way of finding a way that did not blow up city. Perhaps
Jenna.
having Phoenix as ally would be handy.
Yeah, Jenna picks up the egg.
The artificer at the Grand Prix might be able to turn it into a weapon.
No. She looks at you with a scowl.
Why would we want that when we could have beautiful Phoenix as friend?
Yeah.
It seems very friendly. Besides, it's a monster.
It's okay, we'll raise him right. And she's continuing to play music with her aura.
There are many who consider people of myself to be monsters.
That's
This
ridiculous.
reminds me of a story I heard once.
Should just post that there. It is actually
God
super
damn
hot to
it.
the touch.
I asked this, and you said, oh, it's hot.
Yeah, I was looking it up myself. It is actually super hot and is immune to all damage.
All right, then instead of just picking it up and burning myself, did I not take? Oh, I didn't take Mage Hand. Is it gonna turn anything I try to grab it with to fire? Because that'll kind of suck.
It does do
it-
damage touching it.
So
Put it in the
Iris
ice
is going
thing.
to stop all of you from even trying to touch it, and he is going to summon a fiery spirit that is able to just go pick up the egg because it is immune to
Oh.
fire damage.
Jenna will clap. All right, I'm gonna name you
Indeed. Well done.
Kara. All right, Kara. And she's like talking to the egg like it's a person now.
Alright. Depending on what you do with this egg, we'll see what happens. But as you...
Its name shall be jalapeno because it is hot.
Alrighty. So we will end this here. You climb the rope. We will head back to town to talk to Lieutenant Black, which only took us a few hours to get to this point. So it'll take a few hours to get back, so it'll be later in the evening. And we can decide what we want to do next session, if we want to talk to the Blind Raven for our reward, or just get the compulsory reward that he has ready for you.
That plus hatching our egg.
Hell yeah.
Yep. So you know that this egg will explode when it hatches. So whether it's true nature and things like that, it'll probably be up to you to decide if you can survive. Not survive
Based
the
on
explosion.
based on what we know of Double G, I'm assuming she has a blast-proof room, so it'll be fine.
Probably.
You know how like babies and stuff like they play Mozart and shit. Jenna's just gonna constantly play music for this fucking egg now. The dubstep never ends.
Alrighty.
Egg beaters.
But I would like to know, just for my own sanity, where we would like to go next as we make our trip back. We'd like to continue the main quest, or would we want to participate in any of these fabulous side quests we have?
The ring race sounds pretty cool. I don't know if you guys are interested in that.
We haven't built our machine yet. All we have is a very basic slow one.
We will have Archimedes next time. He did acquire that core of the Marut, that big machine.
And I am
We could
presuming there is
turn
no...
a Phoenix egg into a nitro boost.
I'd kind of be down to do the ring race, but I would have loved to play a different character for that.
You know, I'm relatively sure if we just have the Phoenix melt everybody else's tires, we'll be good.
That being
But
said,
I'm
the Phoenix is very fast, so...
True. Hey, Phoenix powered engine. There's a list of Phoenix in the engine.
Is it fair to assume there's no session next week?
Oh yeah, next week is Thanksgiving, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, so I believe a few of you said you were going to go out of town and things like that. So next week there will not be a session because of course, Thanksgiving holiday.
Mm-hmm.
We shall resume the week after that, the next Thursday. Now, this is kind of what combat is. It's not difficult in the sense of I'm going to hit you with something super hard. It's more of technical fights like this. It's more mechanically challenging than it is difficult, so that's why I'd never really believe too much in roles, like tank and healer and things like that, because you have to deal with mechanics more than yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you all do want to reconsider your classes and things you want to choose, you can. This is kind of the first stage of the session. It is a lot of role play where I kind of let you all do your own thing. I like to let you all, if everybody's having fun doing something, I like to keep it running.
And
If
we'll see what Circle of Wildfire has changed to with the expansion or with the book that came out, and it might change subclass, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
I had a question.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to know what people thought. If I'm up to playing a different character. If Jenna's craziness is a little too much, so I'm fine with switching. I was, up to you guys.
I think mechanically, in terms of fighting power and stuff like it, it's not that bad. But
I just meant like RP wise, because she's kind of RP focused as a character. So I'm happy to switch her to something that fits more with the party.
You're welcome to play her. Just, I mean, if someone has a problem, they'll speak up and we can address it then. Or you can message me privately and I'll deal with DMs. Responsible DM. Yeah, that's me. Responsible DM. I
It's
totally
okay.
I totally don't
Just-
TPK the party.
Just every time that she gets going super crazy, you just see the life flash from Iris's eyes, which is really depressing since he's practically an angel at this point.
Yeah, you're slowly ascending to becoming an angel. I like the thing that Mel posted in the meme. The angels are getting out of hand. Y'all see that?
No, which one? Which one?
I'll post it in the general here.
Ah, yes, that one.
Yeah, the angel been horny for generations.
How to get an epic group. They're all related by the same horny angel.
The long-term campaign is to track down their long ancestor and just find that angel and stop his horniness.
That's actually
Buy
kind
him
of
some
scary.
Trojans.
But as I was saying before, like if roleplay is going well and everybody's getting involved, I like to let it run. If everybody's getting involved and having fun, I like to keep it running. Things get a little out of hand, I'd kind of nudge us in the right direction to maybe, hey, look, the Betu are all angry at you. Maybe you should do something about that instead. That's kind of how I run things. I said most fights are more mechanically challenging rather than just pure difficulty. I think everybody did pretty well this fight too. Miss B landed some pretty heavy hits, just physical damage.
Burn through those
played his
legendary
role.
resistances pretty damn quick.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah.
burned its legendary resistance really quick.
That was
Roll to
great.
see if my hatchet fell in the fire.
I mean,
You're
if
three.
they're just regular hand axes, you can reacquire those. You all have enough gold that basic equipment shouldn't be a thing.
What's a rational number of hatchets for a character to?
How many can you carry?
148,000.
Oh,
I
don't
love
don't
it.
bring this up after you got, what was it, like 169 knives, wooden knives.
Oh, that's 114 wooden forks.
Sorry, 114 wooden forks.
You wanna know why I have
worried
100? You wanna know
Because
why
you
my
can.
character?
With too many.
Yeah. You wanna know why my character has 114 forks? Because the exact number of forks I can carry before being over encumbered. I still don't have a
So
plan
what
for
do you-
those forks, but by God, I'm going to confuse the hell out of the next card I
Yes,
find.
magical, perfectly preserved forks that will never become like expired or ruin or rot. And you're like, yes, I have 114 of them.
It will be the absolute best dinner party you've ever attended.
Oh, it was great. Like half the session is just him, just like he goes into a corner and he starts summoning an infinite supply of utensils and then just tossing them aside to carry 114 forks.
To be fair, everybody else is spending an hour in the other room reading books. I was like, I'm just going to do
That's
something
fair.
else.
That's fair. No, that's fair. No, I appreciated you spending that much time. And then I was like, I wonder what he's doing. He's like probably figuring it out or whatever. You're like, no, I just have 114 forks.
Alrighty. So this will be the end of the session. If you'd like to roleplay anything else out as you travel back, if you have any character changes you'd like to do, this is the end of the first session. This is a good mock battle. I'm able to see what y'all can handle. I'm thinking maybe the original fight might not have been too bad, but I came up with a fun idea that's melting the grates below your feet, so...
You almost insta-killed me and Iris, I think.
That wouldn't have been an instant kill, but it would have hurt.
If I fall in the lava, I think lava's like, what, like 10d10 or something like that?
I don't know. I have a rudimentary number. It wasn't gonna... If you stayed in the fire, yeah, I was probably gonna kill you, but
Well, is it
You
fire
need
or
a
with
flying
lava?
speed is your problem.
Look, most of my characters have a flying speed. She's the one that doesn't.
Dawn
Yeah,
was-
damage. Lava does 10d10 fire damage.
And let's think here. Flying creatures are Crocker are the problem. Half this group is already flying because why not?
Yes.
Okay, if Jenna
Iris
dies,
says
I'll bring
a
out Mava.
swimming speed and a flying speed equal to his normal speed.
Yeah.
Magic boots that
Throw rope.
I can basically fly during combat
Yep.
forever.
And that's an
Well, I'll make-
uncommon magic item.
Look, if I could make it.
So I can get essentially more magic items than really should be allowed because artificer is fucking fantastic.
I like the broom of flying because it doesn't even require attunement.
Oh, that's great. I just want to make my illusions real, so I can just use my innate cantrip to just like make platforms to walk on, and just fucking fly that way.
That is really cool. I've never played a 14 wizard before.
And we're
Alright,
getting.
well, I'm gonna dip.
Alrighty.
All right, thanks for the session, Krim.
No problem.
Yep,
See you
good playing
guys.
with you guys.
2 weeks.
And I shall end the recording here.